What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of All Things Super. I am one of your hosts, Spider, and I'm joined for this new year 2026. We're back again, and I am with Mr. VIP Frankie Washington. How are you doing today, sir?
I am infinitely awesome, Spider. Thank you for asking. It is 2026. How you feeling, boss?
I'm feeling like we are getting ready to get into some real excitement as it pertains to the
What's
world
that now?
of superheroes.
Why you say that?
Because you think about all the things that we have coming out this year alone, and then going into 2027. Between the MCU and the DCU, we've gotten a lot of announcements of projects that are going to be coming out in the next couple of years. So there's a lot to look forward to.
I don't know.
You
I
don't think
don't
so?
know. We go eat, but I don't know how well we go eat.
Mm.
Meaning, I ain't throwing no names out there, Wonder Man. I'm just saying, Supergirl, what we gonna do? Cause I don't know. We don't know right now. Is Lobo gonna be everything we want him to be, or is a Brainiac gonna take the center of attention? What we doing?
I don't know.
Guardians
I'll put it
maybe
this
a
way.
small runner up. Go for it.
When we were talking about Ironheart and
I meant
how
I meant Lanterns. Sorry, I meant
oh, I was
Lanterns.
about to say because Guardians, yeah, Guardians of
Yeah,
old, but the
yeah,
Lanterns, yeah. But when we were talking
yeah.
about Ironheart and the lack of marketing that Ironheart had before it came out, we didn't really
Oh, it was
know
horrible.
too much about what was going on in the show. And then we
Right?
watched it, and then we were pleasantly surprised by what we got. We know it wasn't perfect, but it was really good. So
It was good.
I'm wondering if that's going to be the same thing that's happening with Wonder Man, because we know that Wonder Man has powers, but there's
Whoa.
very little for us to see of him utilizing those powers in the trailers that we've gotten. So, since we really don't
He could
know,
make a cup shake. Hey, he could really make a cup shake. Make that cup shake.
but since we really don't know what the whole overarching storyline of the show is going to be, it could be something that's surprising. But also, in that same right, with them dumping all the episodes at once, just like they did with Ironheart.
Why did they do that with all of
No,
the
no, no, not with Ironheart. They did that with Eyes of Wakanda. They were going to release them weekly, and then they dumped them all at once. I think
why they do that with
Ironheart was in
all
two
of the
parts.
minority shows? You said what I said.
I can't answer that question, but
Okay, I can't answer it either. That's why I asked it. Leave it in the comments if y'all want to get controversial.
let us know what you think. But also, if you didn't know, this is All Things Super. Again, back for the new
Yeah, it
year.
is.
Every week, we
Yeah, it
take
is.
a piece of superpowered movie, TV show, even trailers. We watch them, we react to them, we break them down, we
2020.
review them, and we ask the question, is it
Is
super?
it super? Mother Sam Jackson. That's all I'm saying.
But
Sam
if you
Jackson.
like that, please subscribe to the channel. You can follow us on
Yes,
social media. Click the link in the description
we're
below
there.
and
We're there.
let us know what you think about the video. But we're going to get
Leave,
into
leave a comment.
leave a comment
We'll read it.
and we'll
Listen, everything
agree or
Spider
disagree.
just told y'all to do, y'all might want to do that now while y'all thinking about it, while we sitting here talking about it, because as you could tell, it works. You'll be notified when we put a new video out.
Yes, it will.
That's what the likes and the follows are for. What's on the docket, Spider? Oh, I know some people were asking back by popular demand.
I'm back like I never left. But today we are going to
The fancy out 2026. We got the
we got the
straw.
straw.
Remember? Yeah, we upgraded.
But we are going to be reacting and sort of analyzing the three trailers or three of the trailers at this point in time that have been uploaded to YouTube by Marvel Studios for the Avengers Doomsday movie. These are not Avengers Doomsday trailers, but these are sort of
Oh,
like character announcements for Doomsday.
and let it be known, Spider, because we're so honest with our fandom. We know that there's four trailers out right now,
Mm-hmm.
but we are going to actually adhere to the guidelines and the rules and regulations of Marvel. because we ain't trying to get sued. So we only go show the stuff that we allowed to show,
Right.
even though we know that they got four. We only gonna give y'all three. So before y'all start coming in the comments, there's another trailer. They only covered three of them. Yes,
When the fourth one
we
gets
know.
released to the public, of course, we'll be back to watch and react and analyze that one as well.
Maybe. I don't know. Depends on how we feel. I'm joking. Y'all know we do this for y'all.
But let us start with the first release trailer or announcement, teaser, whatever you want to call it, for Avengers Doomsday.
And let me share this, Spider.
Yes.
We know that you guys may have seen this already,
Mm-hmm.
but the fact that you're watching it with us, or if you're seeing it for the first time with us, hit like and subscribe. All right, we like y'all too, though. We like. Okay, I'm ready. Is that Clint's form? No, that's how do they go back and get this set design
I mean,
after so many years?
sure we're just sitting on a soundstage somewhere.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Maybe that's the Tyler Perry Studios.
It's possible. No way in hell that thing gonna be that clean.
Hey, man, clip all the branches. It was covered underneath the quantum suit.
Fair enough. What happened to that technology back in the 40s? What do you think he did with that?
I don't know. But it's clearly he's been there about 9 months to a year.
Yeah. December 18th.
Yeah, one of the smartest things they did was actually have a doomsday clock
Mm-hmm.
counting down.
Yeah.
So good job for stating the obvious, Marvel. Yeah. Yeah, so Tyler Perry Studios, if they got it strapped in and ready to rock, it has been recorded. Steve is married
Steve is
now.
married
You
and
see
has
the
a
wedding
child.
band on his hand, and he has him a baby. Clearly wasn't really prepared for that baby because he still has a motorcycle. You can't bring a baby on a motorcycle, Steve Rogers. That is irresponsible. You need a car or some type of vehicle
At
with
least a
some safety
sidecar on the side of the
seats.
motorcycle.
You, oh my God, you saw that with Bucky when they was doing the thing. I think when the war was happening. Don't take this baby to war. Uh, is that a little CGI baby? What's going on? I'm pretty
Oh,
sure Marvel could afford a real baby. They didn't have to they didn't have to Murdoch it, you know?
no, I think that's a real baby.
It's a real baby.
I don't think it's CGI. It could be a
If it's
doll.
not, if it's a dog, because I don't see any breathing features, is what I'm saying. The nose isn't flaring. My God,
Yeah, it might be a
that's
doll.
not a.
I don't think it's CG, but I think it might be a doll.
Okay, baby need to move with some kind of
They were like, this
breathing.
baby gonna be in
Hey,
this trailer for all of 2.5 seconds. Just make a life model doll out of one.
I'm so concerned about this baby now. Doom's out here stealing kids, or
Well, we
supposedly
don't know if he's
stealing
stealing
kids.
kids yet.
I don't know. I don't know why anybody would steal kids. Which movie was that we watched? He was just stealing the. If you would
That
have
was
left
Love and
the kids
Thunder.
alone,
That was Love and Thunder. He saw all of the
but that
Asgardian
was something
kids
else. Something else with the boat. When they would have
with
the
the
kids
boat.
on the boat, he took the kid. He took the kids on the boat, and the parents came. It was like they're coming for their kids. Like if you would have just left the kids, nobody would have even chased you.
Oh, that was
Here-
Back in Action when
Here's
yeah, because he
Here's
took
the
their
moral of the
kids.
story. Leave them kids alone. If y'all stop stealing kids, nobody coming for y'all.
He
You
went to
stealing
he
kids,
went to the
somebody's
mansion.
coming.
He got the thing he was looking for. Then he took the kids with him.
Right.
It's like if you would have
That
just left the kids with their parents, you could have been gone. They wouldn't have came after you. The only reason they tracked
way
you
about your
down
business.
is because you had the kids.
And yeah, the kid had like a tracker on him, just
Yeah.
like, I'm tracking their location. Dummy.
They don't
I don't know
think.
if Doom's stealing kids or not, but I know there has been an increasing amount of kids in the MCU.
Has there?
Let's run it through.
Steve got a
Hulk has
baby.
a kid.
Hulk has a
Steve
kid.
has a kid now.
Yeah.
Iron Man has a kid.
Iron Man has a kid.
Morgan's, yeah,
Thor has a
okay.
kid
So
now.
Thor now has a kid. Clint already had kids,
Clint
but
had three.
he also has Kate Bishop that's under his prodigy. So that's his kid
I mean,
in a
would you
sense.
count that as kid? Because she's like in her 20s.
Is she not trained with Hawkeye?
Would you call that training? Because I mean, how often did they actually train?
He taught her how to flip a coin and have accuracy,
Yeah.
and taught her about trick arrows. Also, let's not forget America Chavez. That will be Doctor Strange's kid. He has a kid. It's prodigy tutelage underneath the wing.
And
She's even at the Strange Academy.
we got Isaiah's grandson.
Spider-Man, who is a kid.
Yeah.
Isaiah grandson, who
And
is a
then
kid, but we haven't introduced him yet. But
yeah, we haven't
anybody that
introduced him.
knows.
Who else?
Billy,
Billy.
Tommy.
Yeah. And Miss Marvel. I mean, she's still technically a kid.
That's 11 thus far.
Yeah.
So
Next
future
generation of the
T'Challa's
MCU. T'Challa
T'Challa's
has a
son.
son. Yeah.
So it's no
No
it's no
shortage of children.
secret. There's
Right.
no shortage of for the children. I feel like WandaVision for the children. Someone talk about the children. For the children, there are so many children here now. I didn't count Yelena because she's an adult, but I
Yes.
wouldn't be surprised if she had a Black Widow kid somewhere. Because they train them young. They
Yeah.
take them young.
Yeah. We didn't really see any of the younger kids in the red room. We only saw like the adults that were already like agents or whatever.
But you knew they were kids there because you seen it in flashbacks and that stuff. And
Right.
plus, the Black Widow movie showed you they were taken as
As kids.
kids. I'm not making it up. The comic book world is a cruel place. They need heroes. Because God doggone, they got some bad villains out there.
Yeah.
So it's no secret that the kids crusade or the children of the
It's
Avengers,
crusade.
whatever, the champions or the young Avengers or the
Whatever they're going to be
the
called.
adolescent Avengers or whatever they're going to be called, they're coming, even though they'll be in their 30s by the time they
Yeah.
get there. Da 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 da, legacy.
But
And
Steve
Doom probably gonna
Rogers,
snatch them.
yeah, Steve Rogers will return in Avengers Doomsday.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Steve's gonna get his shield back at some point.
I mean,
And the big
technically, doesn't he already have it?
he went back in time without a shield, but when he came back, he had a shield. So somewhere along the line, but of him living this alternate timeline,
He probably went to, well, fuck. Because
who would make a shield for him though?
there would be nobody. Well, I mean, Howard made the shield in the first place, but he said
I
that was
don't
the
think he's
last bit of
getting it there.
vibranium that they had.
He is cool with the king of Wakanda. If
Not in the past. In the
if
past, Wakanda
well,
back in
this is an alternate
1940.
timeline.
Yeah,
This is an
true.
alternate timeline. And he
Well,
knows how to get
his
to Wakanda.
he knows how to get to Wakanda, but the thing about it is, back in the 1940s, he wouldn't have the technology to be able to get to Wakanda. And what is he going to go? He's going to fly into Wakanda and tell
Yeah, all you need is a
T'Chaka.
Quinjet. T'Chaka, you said it
They didn't
correctly
have
because
Quinjets
T'Chaka is
in the
alive.
40s. You think
They had a
when do you think they a Quinjet in the 1940s?
Okay, it was not as advanced as the Quinjets that they have now, but they had planes.
I mean, yeah, they had planes, but what I'm saying is that you have a Quinjet that has GPS technology that can route you to where you need to go. I don't think that
Oh,
back
Captain
in
America is a tactician, right? Like he knows maps, and
And you think he knows how to get to Wakanda on sight alone?
I think he know how to get to Wakanda. And I think he probably talked to them about making this shield had to come from somewhere,
But
Spider.
okay, but
And who else
so
could make it?
think about
It's
T'Chaka's.
clearly a different shield. It's not the same shield that was destroyed in the
No, it wasn't. And yeah, it's not the same shield that Thanos chopped in half. But think about T'Chaka's prejudices before the events
ooh,
of Civil War.
you are
How
not wrong.
they
Wakanda was an
in no
isolated
way
nation,
wanted
was
anyone from
open to
outside of their country to come
mm,
into their country. They wanted no one to know the technology that they had. Do you think that
mm.
Steve would just be able to fly in unannounced, talk to a king that he's never
Oh no,
met before,
he would have got shot down immediately. What I'm saying is he
and
would
you
have
think
got close
they're
enough.
gonna hear him out saying that he's from the future and that he was friends
Well,
with
he wouldn't say
T'Chaka's
he's from the
son?
future. He would
I
say
don't think.
he's from a different timeline.
Yeah, even still, I don't think he would have any convincing story to tell them to convince them to make him a shield.
How'd he get the shield?
That's the question.
Who would who would have made the shield?
Well, I guess
Steve
we'll find
Rogers
out.
will return in Avengers Doomsday.
So we'll find out.
But I don't think we're gonna find out in Doomsday how he gets the shield. I think we'll find out in Secret Wars.
It's possible because
Too much setup in
with the
Doomsday.
number of people that we have already confirmed to come back to Doomsday, and you think that because they say that the reported runtime is what, like 3 hours and something, 340, something like that.
Well, James Cameron has done the beautiful hard work. He's done the legwork already by making Avatar Fire and Ash like 3 hours and 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So what he's done is he's shown that people can sit down for 3 hours and more than 1 minute because I think at record was 3 hours and 1 minute was the longest movie at that point in time, while 3 hours and 15 minutes now takes the cake. And so if Avengers Doomsday is 3 hours and 30 minutes, clear your schedule. Just go ahead and clear your schedule
Yeah.
for that day because you're not going to want to do much after that. Now, I will say this, Spider. There have been great movies that were 3 hours plus
Mm-hmm.
that felt like it could have kept going.
3 hours
Lord of the
expected
Rings
around
was one of
3 hours and
those.
45 minutes.
A 4 hour movie, you say?
3 hours and 45 minutes,
That's a
and
4 hour movie.
that includes the end credits and post credit scenes.
Okay, so not so much then. Well, yeah, that's a 4 hour movie. That is horrible. Anyway, that's something new. That's something new. It's just they're in new territory. I don't know who clear your day. It's an event now.
Yeah,
They want it to be an
I
event.
mean, I mean,
But
if you
it
think about
has
it,
to be
Doomsday
good.
is an event. But yes, I do agree that it has to be good.
It has to be good. It cannot be a mediocre mid movie. It has to have stakes. It has to have uh obstacles. It has to have fallout, and we have to deal with the aftermath of the fallout. You can't retread things without having clear vision. Don't take this opportunity to have one of the longest run times in history and then fumble it by having it unengaging, people falling asleep because they're uninterested, long dialogue, less thrilling action pieces. Steve Rogers will be back in Doomsday, but
I think.
are we going to see the Steve Rogers that we want to see?
Well, who's the
Are
Steve
we going
Rogers
to
that we
see
want to
how
see?
we want to see the young Steve Rogers? We ain't trying to see old Steve Rogers.
Well,
We're
I
not
seriously
trying to
doubt
see
that.
Steve
I
Rogers
don't
on
think they'll
that
show us
bench.
young Steve Rogers and then hit us in the movie with
Hey,
old
remember
Steve
Steve when he's
Rogers.
young? Is this is a flashback? This is old Steve now. Look at him.
Steve come
He
down from the
clearly
moon
lived like
to
a
try to
hundred
fight Doctor
years.
Doom's not happening. No, we're not getting
This is
old Steve.
crazy because the super soldier serum. I said it all kind of slurry.
You
The
got there,
super
man.
soldier serum is supposed to get keep him young. By him being old, he has to live what 1,000 years.
I don't think that long. Maybe like
The dude's
Oh,
already over
over,
100,
yeah,
and he
then
looked like a baby face.
but also they were frozen, so it's supposed to. Well, in comic lore, you get frozen, it stops the aging process.
Yeah,
So he
in
was
comic
frozen for
lore,
70 years.
everybody else just dies. In comic lore, sure, but
Yeah,
at the
because I mean, you
same
think about
time,
Mr. Freeze shoots somebody with a freeze ray, that's the end of their life. So Captain
they're
America
not a
gets
super
frozen.
soldier.
He also true.
There you go. You gotta
That's the
have that
difference. That's
juice.
the difference.
You got, or you're a mutant or something like
Yeah,
that.
or you're a mutant.
All right. Steve Rogers will return in Doomsday with his new baby. What you think the baby name is?
I have no clue. I
Steve
just
Rogers.
no.
Let me guess.
He's not gonna
Steve.
name him Steve. I seriously doubt he names the kid Steve.
It's a new character. Who knows what the baby's name is?
I don't know.
And like T'Challa Jr., he has the super soldier serum infused into his DNA.
Right.
Just like T'Challa doesn't Jr. doesn't have to have the heart shaped herb. It's already in him. He's already he came like that. So we'll see what abilities he have. Natural. What?
We'll see. I mean, it kind of like it all fits together because other than we had like sure we had to synthesize the heart
Yes.
shaped herb,
Yes.
and I
Got it
feel like
98%,
that's probably not
95%.
as like long
Potent.
lasting, or it may not have the same permanent effects.
Mm.
So I think that
So you
maybe in the
saying her
next Black
nephew's a
Panther,
stronger Black Panther?
I think that when he grows up and be trained, he may be. I mean,
Woo.
unless she's like getting a continual dose of it, if she's still going around being a Black Panther and stuff.
She's definitely going around being a Black Panther because they have to have a Black Panther to protect Wakanda.
No, I agree. But you don't think that she would assign it to somebody else if her first love is the lab? Because
No,
I mean, really, in the movie, she did it out of necessity, or technically out
I
of
think
revenge.
I think it's still going to be a point it's needed because as you saw in that same movie, the president at that point in time was trying to destabilize Wakanda. We had a new president since, and then that one turned into a big red rage monster. So we probably have a different one now, and we don't know if the same implementation of trying to take down Wakanda is still in play, or if they went over there and the Black Panther Shuri showed them that's not where you want to be,
Yeah.
trying to take their vibranium. They're always trying to take their stuff. I understand you need conflict. I got it.
Yeah. All right. Well, we saw the trailer for Captain America, or the announcement
Numero
of Captain
uno,
America,
the
that
first
Captain America,
Avenger,
yeah, the first Avenger will return in the next Avengers movie. So let's take a look
which
at
is
the
interesting.
second teaser trailer that was released. This one also has a familiar face.
Father, all my life I have answered every call to honor, duty, to war. But now fate has given me something I never sought.
That's true.
What's true?
That I don't know if he ever really wanted kids.
A life untouched by the storm. Learn to be the strength
Because Thor was always all about the fight.
so that I may fight once more, defeat one more enemy, and return home to her. Not as a warrior, but as warmth. To teach her not battle.
He got the short haircut back.
The kind I never knew. Please, Father, heed my words.
Tell you why I like this one. Because one thing I will say about the struggle and the appreciation of the character of Thor,
Mm-hmm.
when he's done wrong, it hurts.
Yeah.
But when he's done right, oh my God.
Powerful.
Because if you think about Thor, then the simple prayer that he's saying, and you think about Odin, right?
Mm-hmm.
Odin was a conqueror. He conquered all nine realms, and then he stopped. This is the story of Hela saying, he stopped at nine realms. And why stop at nine realms where you could take over everything? The bloodlust is what Odin kind of tampered. His daughter wouldn't stop. He wouldn't stop so much he banished her.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly, banishment is a thing that how he punishes his kids because he banished Thor to Earth, and
He
then Thor
banished
fell in
Loki.
love with a girlfriend. He banished Loki. He was a banisher, and then when he died, he banished himself to Valhalla. So now Thor full circle. If you remember where he started, how brash he was, and he always wanted to fight, and he was going to take the fight to the ice king, the ice giants, and wanted to fight the rock monsters. Like I fought harder and I fought bigger, and and now he's looking for peace,
Right.
and now he's looking for stability and be able to be a mentor and a guide for her. And I'm not saying that for love is what changed him because you could clearly see he was on a journey like that to discover himself when he gave up his throne to Valkyrie. I just think when he's done right, you get so much depth out of that character
Mm-hmm.
that this trailer alone is a nice little pull in the direction of you want to see what's going to happen because now the warrior who was turned father is now going to be the protector if Doom has snatched his daughter. Clearly, something has happened because the last time we seen Love, she was wielding Stormbreaker
Right.
while
Thor
Thor
had
was
Mjolnir.
wielding Mjolnir. And
Mjolnir.
now Stormbreaker is in, yeah, I got it. Stormbreaker is in his hand, which means she isn't.
Right.
And I don't know how or when Doom would have came and taken Love. Listen, I don't want to be doomed. I don't know. I don't know if nobody. So you don't snatch children. You just don't. You got to draw the line. You got to draw the line. If you out here snatching children, then you're Gore the God Butcher reincarnated. So
We
the
know what
pot,
happened to him.
you know what happened? He made it all the way to the end and died. So it's not looking good for you, bro. Maybe the doomsday is your ticking time clock.
Ooh.
Yeah, I flipped it. I flipped it on the spot. It wasn't ready for that. You know how we do it on this
And
show.
then also, here's the thing: we're getting these teaser announcement trailers and all this other kind of stuff. We don't know if any of this is going to be in the movie.
Nope.
So they could have,
You know they lie.
yes, they
All
lie
the time.
all the time in trailers.
They
So
lie.
they could have filmed this, and he has Stormbreaker, and we could be completely off base, and he's running around the entire movie with Mjolnir, never even touches Stormbreaker. So we don't know if this is if this is
Can't
going to
believe
be
nothing they say.
accurately what's being portrayed that's going to be in the movie, or if it's just cut in a different way to where it's throwing us off the
Oh
scent.
my goodness.
But
It's crazy. That's crazy that we had to take that into heavy consideration.
yeah.
Because Marvel will lie to you on a trailer. They're almost as bad as Sony. Not as much. Not as much, but they almost as bad. Yeah, that was a good trailer. That one was good because again, to see the growth of the character,
Yeah.
that lets you know that there's a lot more story of Thor to tell. And the interesting part about it is Chris Hemsworth did say that he's willing to come back and do another Thor movie. Granted, Taika Waititi is not the director.
Yeah, I think
I
that
don't know if
that
that
ship is sailed.
relationship soured or is it just, they're cool, but at the same
Who
time, I
knows?
can see why they wouldn't be. Because it's like, hey, you want to take this seriously? And it's like probably like, nah.
And I
It's
think
like,
that probably
okay.
after Love and Thunder, Kevin Feige might not even be willing to go down that route with Taika again.
What, the improvisation role?
No, not the improvisation. I mean the route of having him be the director of the next Thor movie.
I don't
I
think
don't think there was anything
Kevin
wrong with the
Feige
improv. I
is
think
going.
the direction that they took Thor in that movie was too silly.
I don't think Kevin Feige is going to let Taika Waititi direct animation or even graphic. I don't think he's going to let him
Jeez.
direct anything for a while, at least for. And I don't think Taika Waititi want to listen. This it goes both ways. I think Marvel acts a lot of their talent, and they expect a lot of their talent too. And then as talent, they want what they want, which is freedom and creative control. And given that, I don't know if that was the best outcome for that situation. But that is only for that one individual. All other creatives should not be penalized. I said that different for that one mistake
Right.
that one individual made.
Hmm.
So we'll see how that plays out. What's that in your cup? Oh, I asked a question. Yeah, it wasn't even ready. Don't tell them, Spider. Don't tell them. They don't need to know.
Okay.
Don't tell
But no, but shout out to Chris Hemsworth for being able to walk that line between comedic and dramatic, and how he can have a heart-wrenching scene at one moment and then the next moment just go like directly into some slapstick stuff. And that just little short monologue that he did for this trailer, it's like you didn't get that sense of protector at the end of Love and Thunder. Like we didn't really get to spend too much time
them.
with him and
No,
Love together, but you
no.
saw that yes, he's willing to take care of her, make sure she's fed, bring her out on adventures, teach her the ways of how he was raised. But being
Mm,
able to see him from this aspect and how he said, I want her to know the peace that I never knew. It's like this is like you said, this is a man who has progressed and lived a life of many battles, some that he's brought onto himself, some that he never wanted to be a part of, and some that he reluctantly jumped into. And being able to say that I know the way that my life has been and I absolutely do not want that for my child. And it's
mm.
like the emotion that's being conveyed in just this. How long is this? A minute and 21 seconds, and like that last, we see that the last 13 seconds of it is just the title and the clock and everything. So you're looking at a little over a minute, and you already get the sense of how heavy that is weighing on him. So whatever happened to Love, whether he's just trying to protect her or if he's trying to go get her back, we can
Mm.
feel how much she means to him. And we don't even know how much time has passed since we last saw them in Love and Thunder to where we are now. So,
No, but I know this. I know he go aim for the head.
oh, absolutely.
Boom! Better watch out, Spider. That's all I'm
Who would not
saying.
make that
He
same
better.
mistake
He
twice?
was not gonna do that. He gonna aim for the head immediately. He learned. He's do not about to do that depression again. I can tell you that.
No.
I,
And oh, imagine how much worse it would be. Because yes, he did feel like he failed with Thanos. And it's like, yes, his friends were gone. He loves his friends. He loved the Avengers. He thought of them as family,
mm-hmm,
but
mm-hmm.
this is still more personal, like beyond
Oh, it's,
anything that he's had to deal with
yeah,
before. This is like
yeah.
this is his heart that you've taken,
This
or
is
this is his
this
heart
is
that you're threatening.
eternity mixed with his enemy, which is wasn't really his enemy because he didn't even know who Gore was. So
You
it's
really
mixed
didn't.
with religion, mixed with Jane Foster being there with cancer, which had nothing to do with love at all, but she was there and she gave the head nod. So it was like, okay, my girlfriend gave me permission to raise this daughter of my enemy, which
Hmm.
is eternity, and I love her eternally because she's Chris Hemsworth's real life daughter. So it all plays
It all
into
factors
itself,
into it.
into a meta sense that I wouldn't want to be doomed. Stop stealing children. That's the takeaway from this, Ryder. That's the God honest takeaway from this. this is going to be an interesting movie
Absolutely. All right.
because
So
you got to identify why you're taking all of these children.
yeah, I mean, if that's the way that it's going,
If that's the way that it's going, because like you said, Marvel will lie to you. They'll
yes,
lie in
they
the
will.
trailer. You might mess around and go see a different movie, and then next thing you know, it's a Deadpool and Wolverine movie that's that wasn't announced.
Right.
That
That would
no,
be
Kevin Feige shot that
that
down.
would be wild. Like you,
You heard Ryan Reynolds say that's what
you,
the plan was.
but like if they would have been able to pull that off, I feel like that would have been insane. Like all of your trailers show a completely different movie, and then when you get there, it's something that you weren't even expecting.
But they did try to pull that off, and it didn't go well at all. We
When?
saw a Thunderbolts movie, and then at the end of it, the
Well,
press release they peeled it off and
that's
said it was the
that's
Avengers.
different. That's
It's an
different. They
Avengers
still
movie.
show they still show what was happening in the movie in the trailer. I'm talking about you start showing trailers for Wonder Man and you get to the movies and it's a Fantastic Four movie. That's what I'm talking about.
A lot of people be upset with that. I
Yeah, and
think.
that's probably why they didn't that's why Feige didn't let Reynolds do it.
Well, I'm just saying, not even that. Just like credit wise, it's like, mm, uh, uh.
Well, I
I was
mean,
a
it's
part
not
of
to
the
say that
Deadpool
the
Wolverine
thing
movie,
that's
but no, you was a part like a hot dog remake or some nonsense.
well, I guess in the sense because they do shoot scenes that go into the trailer that don't make it into the movie. So if there were
Mhm.
to have an entire trailer of scenes that didn't occur in the movie, but yeah, I still
Mm.
feel like people will probably get upset at that too. So
It
I don't
don't
know.
take much for people to get upset,
No, it
brother. It
doesn't.
can,
You can give them exactly what they want and they'll still be pissed off about it.
of course, the sun comes out, people are upset. The rain comes out, people are upset. Even though both are needed to sustain life on the planet, people are upset about life on the planet.
This
We
is
want
very
a
true.
celestial to come bust through and just let the universe continue to exist as
And
that.
then they get
Well, that's
pissed
not
about that
there.
because nobody
Yeah, of
stopped it.
course. Well, then they did stop it, and they get pissed because nobody talks about it. Then they started talking about it, and then they pissed because they're talking about it.
Right.
It don't take much, man.
It don't take much.
You go to Waffle House, you can see. It don't take much. All you gotta do is go to a Waffle House,
A
and you'll
Waffle House
see.
is an extreme example because any and every Waffle House is already a powder keg that is just waiting for a fuse to be lit.
And it don't take much.
It don't
Listen.
take much. Your chair could squeak the wrong way. A fight is going to break out.
Oh my God. I saw somebody throw somebody through the window of the Waffle House. I was like, I'm never gonna get my waffle. I can see right now it's not
You
gonna
don't go to
happen.
Waffle House expecting to be served. You go to Waffle House
No.
expecting a show.
Listen, first rule of Waffle House, you don't talk about what the fights. If it's your first night, you gotta fight.
Oh God!
Like,
Don't
oh
go to
my
Waffle House and
God.
start a fight. Any listeners, any viewers, do not go to Waffle House and start a fight.
Let's start a riot.
And if your Waffle House is closed, that means you need to evacuate the city.
Oh my God. That is a state of emergency.
You didn't know that?
Because
There's a Waffle House
there
index.
I don't know it. It feels like it's something I feel though. I didn't know it before now.
Yeah, there's a Waffle House index, especially like across the Gulf Coast where a lot of hurricanes hit. If the Waffle House is closed, then that is a signal to that's a mandatory evacuation. You need to get out of the city.
Wow. Wow.
Because if it's
Because they are
serious
open
enough,
24 hours.
yes, and if it's serious enough for Waffle House to close, that means that it is not safe.
That is crazy that we're gauging safety through commerce of Waffle House
Yeah.
being open.
They're
Not close for renovations though.
they're,
Just to be clear. Be clear.
The Waffle House of the United States is an anchor being. And so our actions hinge on what happens to them.
Without it, our universe is destroyed. It makes so much
We
sense
don't
now.
want to see a world without Waffle House. It won't be a pretty one.
You know what? I don't, because those cheesy eggs, you
They
know,
hit different.
I don't even know if it's real chicken. I don't know what's going on. I see them open the egg, and I was like,
We don't know where
still
the
in
eggs come from.
disbelief. I don't know. That could be a parallel dimension that they're pulling those
We
eggs
don't
out
know.
of.
We don't know, but we just know it's
Clearly,
good.
I know the price of eggs is they can't be from this dimension.
But say what you want. Waffle House I enjoy it. I like it. Shout out Waffle House.
Shout out Waffle House. And if you ever want to see a fight at 2 in the morning, shout out Waffle
Shout out
House.
Waffle House.
It's go there with gloves on.
Well, we're about to get into the final trailer, the last one for Doomsday that has been released. This is the most recent one. I think the date on this is, oh, they didn't have a date on it. But so this is the most recent one. So let's check this one out.
Is this a red room?
Death comes
N-
for us all.
No.
No.
This
The X
the X
Mansion.
Mansion.
The question isn't, are you prepared to die?
It's-
The question is, who will you be when you close your eyes?
Bro. Come on. Oh, we about to get into some
It didn't
shit.
start. It didn't start with these two, but goddamn, if they're not iconic enough,
Bro. Yo.
okay. So I'm gonna say this, Spider. This is the first time I actually seen this in just, and
Dude,
when
I
Cyclops
have
took the
shivers.
visor off,
I have shivers.
I shook. I shook. I was like,
Wait.
whoa,
We gotta watch it again. We gotta watch this one again.
that's
I
crazy.
have to fully appreciate this.
Death comes for us all.
There was an attack there.
Yeah.
Stuff is broken and turned over.
The question isn't, are you prepared to die? The question is, who will you be when you close your eyes?
And that quote right there goes so fucking hard.
It's crazy that they're best friends.
Can we, for 1 second, just appreciate?
Is that a sentinel in the background? Are they at the school that Cyclops is blowing this goddamn optic blast? Yeah, those are footsteps,
Yeah.
man.
And I think there's another one over here too. But look how good he looks.
Dude,
Why
that's
couldn't they?
comic book accurate right
Why
there.
could they not do that in the X-Men movies?
What are you expecting? Black spandex?
Oh my god, dude,
That is not an iconic shot. That looks like a
that
cover.
is so fucking tough.
That looks like a panel right there.
Jesus.
So, so
Dude.
clearly these trailers have been increasing. And listen, I'm
Yes.
gonna go even further and say this is not the third one. I'm gonna say this is the fourth one, and let me explain.
Okay.
I'm taking the end of Fantastic Four First Steps post-credit scene as an Avengers Doomsday scene because that is the first iteration we saw of Doctor Doom himself for the movie.
But I mean, you can't necessarily call it a Doomsday trailer because it's not like the first time.
Doctor Doom's in it.
Yeah, but the first time
Literally.
the first time that we saw Thanos in the post-credit scene in the movie, we didn't say, "Oh, this is an Avengers trailer."
Yeah, we did. Because
No,
it was
we
leading
didn't.
up to the Avengers.
But we didn't know that at the time.
But now we know Doom is coming. We
Yeah,
even have
but
a
that's
literal
just Doom
countdown.
showing up at the end of a movie.
Rightfully so. They got to tease the big bad like they did Thanos, but he's playing with kids. This dude's a pedophile, man. I can't wait till the Avengers take him down.
I don't.
This,
I won't put that out there.
goddamn Doctor Doom is
I
a
won't.
pedo.
I don't
That's
won't put
what he
that out there.
is. He got to.
I'm
What
not making
better
that
to
claim.
take down than
I
a
am not
pedo?
making that claim.
Say Drake. I hear you like
Say Doom. Oh no, 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 no.
you over there trying to rep Liberia. Listen, Spider, you know we don't hold back on this show.
No,
Get
I
his
know.
pedo ass out of here.
I,
Trying to snatch kids. Allegedly. Allegedly.
there you go.
Yeah.
Keep yourself out of legal
Whatever.
trouble.
He was right there talking. He didn't have permission to talk to Franklin Richards. He
Yeah.
didn't. He had no he it was a B&E. It's a home invasion. Okay? You can't just portal in somebody's house and start talking to their kid.
He's
He's
got
a
diplomatic
pedo.
immunity or some shit.
He does not have diplomatic immunity to go enter somebody else's home in a whole nother dimension, timeline, universe. These timelines are so confusing. This was a hot trailer. I mean,
That
I will
the
say
only
this, man.
way the only way that a fourth trailer will be better than this is if it's the actual trailer for Doomsday.
Oh,
I don't see we could top this because we saw
there's
we saw the
gonna be.
Chris Evans one. It was just okay, cool.
Yes.
Captain America has a baby. Steve Rogers has a kid. We saw the Thor
Yeah.
one. We were like,
Yeah,
okay, this is
it was very
impactful.
important to establish that though, because they try to say Steve Rogers was a virgin. So they had to establish that
I feel like
Steve
they
Rogers
established that in She-Hulk.
She-Hulk. Yeah, but how many people saw She-Hulk?
I mean,
So
enough to be pissed off about it.
yeah, I love those guys.
The man
Keep the
babies.
keep the goddamn chat coming, comment section on fire,
But
dude.
I'm not saying that the Captain America one was inconsequential, but I'm just saying that the impact of what we're seeing in these trailers, like you said, they've been building. So it started off with something
Yes,
as simple as just saying, "Oh, Steve Rogers has a
Doctor Doom
kid."
was. Oh no, you don't want to
I am
take
not on
one
this
take
same
one
page
too.
with you as that was a trailer for Doomsday. No, the first one was Steve Rogers. Then we saw Thor, and we get into Thor's state of mind as he potentially goes into a final battle. Who knows where he is at this point in time, but we get his state of mind and how he wants his legacy to be. And then speaking of legacies, we have this quote from Magneto. It's not about if you're prepared to die, but who will you be when you close your eyes?
That does hit deep right there on so many levels.
Like, and then
Because usually he's like, "That's coming from us all, Charles.
right.
We're
But
in
I
the
mean,
future."
he's still essentially saying the same thing. Death comes for us all. It's not about if you're prepared to die or not. It's about what will you leave behind? Who was the person that you will have been once you close your eyes and you're done? Same way as with Tony Stark at the end of Endgame. It wasn't about Tony Stark, the weapons dealer. It wasn't about Tony Stark, the playboy philanthropist. It wasn't about everything that he lived a life in his past and all of his wrongdoings, created Ultron. You know, basically, he saved the world time and time again. But at the end of the day, we remember in the first Avengers how Steve was telling him, you're not the guy to lay it out on a wire and let your friends cross over it. And of course, Tony Stark said, I would just cut the wire. That's his intellectual, tactical engineer mind over Steve's military tactical training, right? And so we get to the sacrificial point in game where Tony, in his engineering mind, doesn't see another alternative in what's about to go down. So he sacrifices himself to save humanity, to save the universe, to save the multiverse. And at the end of the day, when he closed his eyes, they will remember him for that moment and that moment alone.
Okay.
You may think differently, but I feel like within universe,
I
that's
do
what they
think
remember him
I
for.
do think differently. Of course, he's a hero. There's mantles made and memorals, moral
Murals.
memorabilia.
Yeah.
Thank you. All of those is right. Just the one that you said is the one I was trying to say.
Got it.
But and that's gonna be felt for years and years to come
Hmm.
until some guy that has his face shows up and starts stealing children. It's gonna be interesting because you got
That's why he wears the
all of that.
mask. That's why he wears the
There's
mask.
no reason the Pied Piper wore the mask too. There's no and he
Did
had
he?
the color green. Yes, the
I don't.
pipe.
I don't
No,
remember the
yeah,
Pied
the
Piper wearing a
face
mask.
mask, the eyes across the like the burglar. He didn't wear a mask and it's cover his mouth. He just
Oh.
wore the burglar thing,
Oh, like the
the
Ninja Turtles.
like the Ninja Turtles. Yes.
I love that shot
Listen,
every single time. Yeah.
there's no way we don't get Avengers versus X-Men with this. Because the Avengers got, and if they miss that opportunity, just throw it away. Because come on,
It's
everybody.
it's
Avengers
not.
versus X-Men was such a huge thing. Capcom put it together. Then you had Street Fighter, which is so funny that they got a Street Fighter movie coming up. I don't think we're gonna get a Street Fighter versus X-Men versus
Mortal Kombat.
Avengers versus Mortal Kombat. Let me tell you something. The good people at Mortal Kombat know what they're doing. They took all the icons and put it in their games. You got Pennywise over there. I seen Pinhead. I seen Rambo, T1, T2. I seen
T1000.
everybody over. Yes,
Because I remember seeing a clip
I
of
seen
Peacemaker fighting T1000. He had a comment about something about Peacemaker saying he looked like his dad.
I seen Samurai Jack over there. Okay, so they're doing things. Ninja Turtles. So if you can get a crossover like that to
I
say it's
mean, Mortal Kombat had a
possible,
crossover with DC.
right? Because I seen Superman and Joker in there as well. I seen we may not be there yet, but what I'm saying is within the same production house, Avengers versus X-Men is not something you want to sleep on. Plus, Monica Rambeau is over there. Is it Monica or is it no
Yeah,
Maria? Yeah, it's
Monica.
Monica. Monica's over there in the X-Men universe too. So we're leading up to a collide because I'm pretty sure Carol was like, "Give me my friend back, niece
Yeah,
back,
niece ish.
ish
Yeah, she did call it Aunt Carol.
back." I mean, it makes sense,
So
but
just like how Civil War was a Captain America movie, but it was more along the lines of an Avengers type thing with a number of people that
yeah, it's a
came together for it.
pre-Avengers movie.
Yeah. Would you say that maybe Secret Wars may be advertised as an Avengers movie, but within it, it turns into an Avengers versus X-Men type thing?
I think if you going to, it's hard to say, Spider, because there's so many iterations of what can potentially happen, and
Mm-hmm.
what we thought was going to happen, it's maybe not going to happen. Somewhere along the line, they're going to fight, either
Yeah.
before or after they're put on. We're speculating and thinking that Doom is going to take over and gain power and create a battle-ish world type of scenario. That may not happen at all. They may subvert all expectations and do
Yeah.
something totally different.
And
Um,
I feel like if we do get into a battle world situation, I think it would have to happen in Doomsday and then carry over into Secret Wars, because I
of
think
course.
is establishing battle world, having battle world, and then ultimately defeating Doctor Doom all happening in one movie seems like a bit too much.
Here's something that I don't think you want to hear.
Mm-hmm.
I think those two die. And I think we
Uh,
might be looking at their death scene
Professor X and
right
Magneto.
there. Professor X and Magneto.
Yeah, I can see that.
Hmm.
Because I
Which
mean,
brings me up to that idea of that Deadpool that we were trying to talk about doing.
before we hop into
Because,
that,
okay.
just looking at Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen, they
Mm-hmm.
are getting older,
Mm.
and I
As hope
think,
we all do.
as we all do, death comes for us all, right? But I think that
Damn
if
it, Spider.
if
We're the
if
future,
if
not
anything,
them.
what would, besides the death of Jean Grey, what would cause Scott to have an outburst like that? Like that. The death of Charles Xavier.
The death of his child.
Also the death of
Scott
his
has a
child,
Scott
Nathan.
has a daughter
Well, I was thinking
and
more
a
Nathan.
son.
Yeah. Because Nathan was
Well,
firstborn.
Cable, yes. Well, we already seen time sliding Cable
Yes,
in
we have.
Deadpool and in X-Men '97. But as in all these kids coming around, Scott also has a daughter. Uh, who is it? Summers.
So do you
I
think we're
forget her
gonna
name.
get his daughter before we get Nathan? Because Nathan was
Yeah,
the
because
one.
we don't know what happened in this timeline, Spider. This
True.
is a whole different universe.
Right.
She could already be a teenager. We're going to see incursions in this movie. I know that. Doctor Strange is out there in the background trying to stop incursions, and it's only a matter of time before he stops the one for the 616, or at least knows how to stop it, or at least has somewhat of an answer to try to stop it, phase it, or something, because it's coming. We know that it's coming. And the last time we saw Strange, he was off with Cleo trying to stop incursions.
Right. All right. Well, before we jump into this Deadpool and talk about who we think is going to make it out of Doomsday, we're going to take just a quick
Feel
pause.
like we should put that we should put that clip of Mark Ruffalo saying, "Yeah, you should see the next one. Everybody dies."
Wait till you see this next one. Everybody dies.
Dude.
Not everybody. No.
And Don Cheadle go, "Dude,
Dude.
dude."
Oh man, but yeah, we're gonna take a quick pause and then we'll be back and we'll talk about the Deadpool. All right, and we're back. So we
Like we
have
never left.
like we never left. I mean, for YouTube, it
That's
was all
it.
of a like a split, like a just a hard cut. So they didn't miss anything.
Travel.
If we had, if we had sponsors, that would have been a perfect place to put ads. But
You
we're
know
not there
what?
yet.
Y'all could go ahead and let us know if y'all want to be sponsored on our show. Spider know how to read very well. I can only read. I can only read certain letters. I think we all know what those letters are.
But we have watched the Doomsday trailers and we talked about some serious things happening because Doctor Doom is a force to be reckoned with. So we are going to discuss
But oh,
who put that on that man.
fucking goddamn Jared from Subway 3000. I hate you 3000. Dude, there is no good time that stealing children is ever okay.
No, there
You
is
know,
not. But it's not
if
confirmed.
you want a
It's not
bad guy to be a
confirmed that he's
bad guy,
stealing
if you
kids.
you could be unanimously hated. That's all you have to do is write a trade in that you're doing something to children. Everyone hates you. There's Nazi.
Accurate.
There's pedos. Like they're right under there. They're right. They're so close.
I mean, honestly, you know what? Leaving it alone. Leaving it alone. Leaving it
Okay,
alone.
okay, okay,
Leaving it alone. We
okay.
are talking
Right from
about
Richards.
we are talking
King,
about the
King
MCU.
T'Challa Jr. Maybe Kate Bishop. She's might be too old. She might have aged out. She might have aged out. Scott Lang's daughter, Cassie Lang. Uh, she might have aged out too. I'm just saying, bro. You know,
So we're going to
Doom
talk
has
about
to
who
be
we think is
stopped.
going to die. Who do we think is going to die in Doomsday or Secret Wars? Just at the end of these two movies, who is not going to make it out on the other side to continue in
This
the
is the
MCU?
all things super Deadpool. Meh, 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 meh.
And so
Felt like we needed an intro.
to start off, I have a list. A
Okay,
list of names.
okay.
And
Now
so,
that I want to wait. I want to say this
yes,
clearly. We did not cheat and look at who's at the end of their contract with Marvel, so we can say,
no,
"Oh yeah,
didn't
well
look at any of that.
their contract is over, so they're gonna die." So we want you guys to know this. pure D off the top speculation. All right,
So
not confirmed.
not confirmed.
All rumor.
This is our theories, our hypotheses, our speculations.
Let us know if you agree, disagree, or which order you have yours in.
Leave it in the
These are
comments.
in no particular order.
So no. Well,
Okay.
this is not who I think is going to not make it. This what I'm going to read is an official confirmed cast list first, and then I'm going to go over a list of people who have not been confirmed but could potentially or probably will show up in the movie.
Okay.
So as
Jennifer Lawrence.
I don't know about that. Honestly, I
doubt it
I
very
didn't include. Yeah, I didn't include her. The reason I didn't include her is because Rebecca Romaine is going to be in it.
Yeah, and the new Hunger Games starts filming soon.
So she may be otherwise occupied. But as far as officially confirmed, I went off of the casting chairs that we got way back when or whatever. So we
Remember
have,
that, guys?
there was what, 5
Never get
hours
that time
of
back.
chair
Never get
watching?
it back. Never get that time back.
Never gonna
Even
get it
King
back.
the Conqueror can't get it.
But so officially confirmed, we have Chris Hemsworth as Thor. We have Vanessa Kirby as Sue Richards. We have Anthony Mackie as Captain America. Sebastian Stan as Winter Soldier. Letitia Wright as Shuri. Paul Rudd as Ant-Man. Wyatt Russell as U.S. Agent. Tanak Huerta as Namor. Eben Moss Bacharach as The Thing. Simu Liu as Shang-Chi. Florence Pugh as Yelena. Kelsey Grammer as Beast. Louis Pullman as Sentry. Danny Ramirez as Falcon. Joseph Quinn as Johnny Storm. David Harbour as Red Guardian. Winston Duke as M'Baku. Hannah John Kamen as Ghost. Tom Hiddleston as Loki. Patrick Stewart as Professor X. Ian McKellen as Magneto. Alan Cumming as Nightcrawler. Rebecca Romaine as Mystique. James Marsden as Cyclops. Channing Tatum as Gambit. Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards. Chris Evans as Captain America, and Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom. These are all
Now,
names
Chris
that
Evans
are confirmed.
was not announced.
He was
on
not
the
announced
chair
on the
watch.
chairs, but as we just
He
saw
has been
in
confirmed.
the trailer, Chris Evans will return as Steve Rogers. They notice they didn't say Captain America. They said Steve
No,
Rogers
there's
will
already a
return
Captain America.
in Avengers Doomsday. So not included, but possibly could show up. Maybe might show up, or we think that they
Spider-Man.
should show up. Top of the list, Tom Holland, Spider-Man.
Of course, Spider-Man's in there.
So
No
I
way
also
not having him in
have Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange, Elizabeth Olsen
Yeah.
as Scarlet Witch, Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool, Mark Ruffalo as Hulk, Jeremy Renner as Hawkeye. Yes,
Whoa. You're saying they're showing up in Doomsday or you're showing up in Secret Wars?
showing up in Doomsday. These are the people that I think are going to show up in the movie, or should show up.
Maybe should show up. I don't think they're gonna show up.
No, I'm not saying that they will. I'm just saying that they should, or they could potentially show up.
Okay.
So I could be wrong.
Gotcha.
Scarlett
Well,
Johansson,
you know
Black
how that
Widow, Haley Atwell as Captain Carter,
Mm.
Benedict Wong as Wong, Hugh Jackman as Wolverine,
Oh,
Chris
no.
Pratt as Star-Lord, Denai Guerrera as Okoye, Tiana Parrish as, what did she go by? Photon Spectrum? I didn't know what name she picked.
She is she's Captain Marvel's friend.
So
Niece.
Monica Rambeau.
Spectrum. I think it's Spectrum.
Is it Spectrum? Okay.
Photon?
I
Photon?
don't remember if it was
I
Photon
don't
or
know.
Spectrum.
I don't remember.
Because she has like 3 different names in the comics.
She does.
Iman Vellani as Miss Marvel, Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury, Halle Berry as Storm, Famke Janssen as Jean Grey, Tobey Maguire as Peter Parker, Andrew Garfield as Peter Parker.
Funka Jansen says she's not coming back.
Yeah,
she
but
said
other
she's not in it.
Yeah,
There's
people-
no Phoenix.
People say that.
Are
people
you
say
saying
that.
that she's wow?
Halle
You
Berry
don't-
also said that she wasn't in it, and then they had pictures of her with the short cut with the white hair.
Listen, Halle Berry is not gonna miss out on this. Okay, you guys can say what you want.
I don't know. And rounding out the list, we have Tessa Thompson as Valkyrie, Brie Larson as Captain Marvel, Charlize Theron as Cleo,
please.
and whoever the new Black Panther is going to be.
Isn't it gonna be what's his name? I thought they just confirmed that he's gonna be the new Black Panther.
Who?
The kid that played in Snowfall. What's his name?
Damson Idris.
Yes, didn't they?
I don't-
could have sworn that
I don't
was
know.
confirmed.
If it was
recent.
confirmed, I also wrote all of this down like 3 weeks ago. Whenever you first had that idea of us doing it, that's when I wrote all this down. So it may have been confirmed since then.
I'm ahead of my time on a lot of things, but it's okay. So it's all right. So, oh, what you did is you just actually added on to the list
Right.
of people that may not make it.
Yeah. So we
I
already
want to
said
say
off
this
the
too,
bat,
though.
Professor X and Magneto
Well,
might not make it.
I want to say this too, because there is going to be a soft reboot.
Hmm.
I think there will be some shenanigans where we'll have some guys die but won't stay dead and they'll continue on.
So the
I.e.,
actor, the character will live on, but with a different person playing them.
yes, but no.
Okay.
Also, no. I'm thinking about Paul Rudd
Uh
as
huh.
Ant-Man.
Hmm.
I think he'll die.
Okay.
He'll die. But he'll also be revived and he'll go on to play Ant-Man again as Paul Rudd being Ant-Man. I don't think they're going to recast Ant-Man. Though I
Okay.
don't think he's going to get a standalone movie again. I think that he will definitely be a part of a West Coast Avengers or Avengers of some sort. Because who the hell doesn't want Paul Rudd? You guys
Right.
seen the Anaconda? I mean, it's Paul Rudd. And so there's that avenue as well.
Okay.
Also, there's the avenue, like you're saying, Spider, the actor dies, but the legacy lives on, i.e., multiverse,
Hmm.
different character getting played by a different, same character played by a different actor,
Right.
which at some point in time, they have to recast Wolverine, they
Hmm.
have to recast Iron Man. We already have a Captain America, but I'm pretty sure they'll recast a Steve Rogers
Right.
somewhere along the line. I don't think Steve Rogers is going to die, though.
Okay. It's interesting.
I don't think I don't think Storm. If Storm dies, all of the X Men die, and we just get new innovations of Storms. I mean X Men. And here's the thing too, which
Hmm.
is not very common not to have, because I don't think there's going to be a happy ending for a lot of people.
No.
We'll get new iterations of the X Men, and that's it. The older ones are going to die in like a heroic death, a blaze of glory. They're all going to go out trying to sacrifice maybe for those young kids to actually get away fighting
Mm.
doom bots or something.
So as a way to like unofficially wrap up the 20th Century Fox era of X-Men characters and having those actors kind of come back for like a swan song type thing. Like we appreciate all of
Finito.
all the thing that you've done for the superhero genre, the the
Yes.
the trails that you blazed for the MCU
Yes.
being what it is, and having them to ceremoniously go out a lot better than what X-Men The Last Stand did for them.
I knew this was the plan when I seen the signature lines on the end of Endgame. I'm like, Kevin Feige not only respects this industry and this art form and this genre, he's going to pay respect to the people that he basically came in with.
Hmm.
They're dear to his heart. So everyone was wondering how are you gonna get the X-Men in? How you gonna I always knew when they made the announcement of the multiverse saga, I knew this was the plan. I couldn't get people to understand it. I knew that this was a plan, but it was always a plan because again, he is paying homage to where his footsteps started.
Right.
And when they're giving respect and honor to the characters that we all love, that we all grew up on. And if you're watching this, especially at this point in time, you grew up on it as well. So he's gonna say, put them out to the pasture and lay them to rest.
Yeah.
So I think all the X Men die. If they're gonna die, they're gonna go out in a blaze of glory,
Hmm.
trying to save another universe or something along that line. Scott might die right there in that scene that
Yeah.
we saw. His last blaze of glory, and what else would he have to live for? We're coming to the dance, or we're leaving the dance with who we came with. We came in the 616. That's who we're rooting for because that's our universe.
Mm.
So anybody else that's opposing to that, the trolley problem exists.
So you
Either kill both universes or destroy one so the other will live.
and so you think that six
That's
one
it.
six is going to take priority over everybody else?
Quite honestly, no. Because again, Kevin Feige said there was a soft reboot at the end of this. So I think we lose.
Anybody's on the table.
I think we lose, and the remnants of
Yeah,
what remains is
I
going to go into a
I
new
have
universe of a different name.
yeah, I have no doubt that you. So you're talking about at the end of Secret Wars, it's we
At the
lose.
end of Secret Wars,
Okay.
no, 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 no. At the end of Doomsday,
Well,
we
yeah,
lose,
yeah, and
and
I
at the
kind of
end of
figured
Secret
that's
Wars,
almost a foregone conclusion because it's definitely going to be an Infinity War Endgame type thing.
it's the Avengers, not the Prevengers, not the Revengers, like Thor's team. So they have to avenge something, and
Right.
avenging the timeline, or avenging Loki, or avenging the people is what they'll be avenging. But I brought that up. Here's the thing: do we think Loki dies? He
Do we
gets
think that
killed
we lose the God of
almost every
Stories
time. Yeah, well, he's died before. He's
if
died many times or faked his death. Did you mourn? We
if
all did.
if we're talking about a complete reboot of the universe, then I think that it may be a real distinct possibility that Loki could die because if the God of Stories is killed, all timelines unravel. And if that's the
Well, the
case,
multiversal tree is definitely done, and then we go back to the single.
well, here's the thing because Loki's at the throne in the middle of the multiversal tree, he recreated it to be different than the loom that he who remains took responsibility of.
Trapped everybody in.
Right. So that whole
Now you have free
circular,
will to do whatever you want,
yeah. So if we do lose the
but it
God of
doesn't stop
Stories,
incursions.
does that does that undo what he's done, or did he make it to where it would be everlasting? So he wouldn't have to be there. He wouldn't have to be the one holding it together for all of eternity.
Here's the thing, Spider. When you start to get into these conversations, it starts to get deeper than deep because it exists outside of time.
Right.
So it's already happened, it's already happening, and it's already gonna
And
happen.
it hasn't happened yet.
And it hasn't happened yet, but at the same time, it's happening.
Mm-hmm.
So until it stops happening and takes over, we don't really know what's happening. Or did Doom take over and that's happened all the time? Or is he who remains still in control having contingencies plans? Because if you watch Loki season 2, he basically laid it out and say, "Oh, you still struggling on this part? I thought you been finished with that by now. Oh, you thought you was time slipping and just sticking it to the man, and then you find out I was over there too." Like, oh, he's a step ahead. Oh, he's 3, 4 steps ahead. Like, you don't know if he's still in control or not in control
Well, I would
because
imagine
he
that
told Loki, he's
he's
like, "You keep at it for a couple more thousand years, and we'll have that conversation after then."
yeah, but at the end of season one, and he who remains dies, we get him time slipping in season two, and he's at the Citadel or whatever the he who remains place was called, and
Mm-hmm.
the
That
skeleton
day
was
at the
there.
time. Yes,
So he who remains is
but
dead.
he also said, "Do you thought that I was just gonna let her kill me? Reincarnation, baby." But again, outside of time, so how would he know that had happened if it hadn't happened yet? He was aware of it.
Yeah.
He seemed to be a couple of steps ahead. So I'm just saying is it wouldn't be surprising if he was still in control. Don't think they're done with Kane. And speaking of Kane, if they want to pose him as a non-threat, then they're going to let Doom kill him. So he goes into the Deadpool list as well. If they want to go that route, he's not going to survive. But I think he does survive, to be honest with you. And he's just utilized later on. Whether Jonathan Majors plays him or not, I don't know. But the character Kane is not done. I think there's
Mm.
a reason why they made him go into the little hyper engine, the multi. probability engine,
Hmm.
so he can pop up at any point in time as a probability or in actual reality and
Okay.
be a threat to the Avengers. But if they want to try to do away with him, then yes, they're gonna make Doom. But then they may just be on certain versions of Kang too. So maybe it's the top trio while the other ones are running around because clearly there's a lot of them.
Yes. So we don't know.
So on my list, I got the X-Men dies,
Hmm.
Kane potentially only if they wanted to make a point. Who else did I say is gonna kick the bucket?
I don't remember.
I don't. I don't think Captain Marvel dies, but I think she gets a severe downgrade, which actually I'm ready for that. We predicted that way back in the day, if you remember, if we remember correctly. We call that. So Avengers versus X-Men, there's no way Rogue doesn't touch Captain Marvel and inherit all her powers. I think that's something that we definitely need to see inside the MCU.
Yeah, I agree with that
Plus,
because it's
people don't like Brie Larson, so that's actually
yeah,
going to help her character.
yeah, and I feel like you can't have a comic accurate Rogue without that happening because the Rogue that
Exactly.
most people know and love is the Rogue that already has Carol Danvers powers.
Yeah, because there's no Rogue in the live action version that's flying around.
No,
So
never has been.
what's her what's her name that played her in the
Anna
first?
Paquin.
Anna Paquin needs to come on back and live her truth.
And that's also somebody else that I
Cause
didn't have on the list. I didn't even think about her coming back
oh, don't worry, she doesn't die.
because they
But
was
I don't know if she's gonna get recast though.
they originally had her in some scenes at the end of Days of Future Past, and she got cut from those.
What? I did not even know that.
Hmm. Yeah, there's a whole Rogue cut of Days of Future Past where Rogue is the one that is holding Wolverine and like helping him get back to the past instead of it being Kitty Pryde.
Oh, well, okay.
Yeah, she
That
was
doesn't
she was heavily
that
involved in the
doesn't make
movie and
sense
and
at
they, and
all.
they cut her out.
That doesn't
I don't
make
remember the
sense at
reasoning
all.
why though.
Well, because she can't touch people, so
Well, no,
I'm
I know
not
she
sure
can't
how she
touch
would.
people, but somehow she was the one that was like responsible for him. I don't know. She like took somebody else's powers so she could like hold on to his
That makes sense.
consciousness or something.
That makes sense. But they probably just said, let's eliminate the middleman. And
Because I mean,
I
you
don't
think
even know
about
Kitty
it.
Pryde could do it,
Yeah, because
so
I'm
I'm
about to
not
say, you
sure how
think about it.
Kitty Pryde
I don't know how
could do.
her powers were able to do that because technically she
Oh,
only
great
walks through things.
phases.
Yeah, she phases through objects or have objects phase through her. So I don't know.
Oh, whoa, that's bit misleading, sir.
How is it
That's all
misleading?
I'm saying. I said I didn't want her to have objects fade through her. I'd rather her fade through objects.
Okay, in X-Men: The Last Stand, when Juggernaut was about to, well, no, I guess she dropped through the floor. But I mean, she's had people run through her before.
Oh, sir, hey, this is not a family show, okay?
So why does it matter? Anyway, X-Men
You
are
haven't
dying.
said anybody who you think's gonna die thus far. You trying to let me get all of mine out
No,
because I already
I
took like
told you I agree.
half
I
the X-Men.
agree. I agree with Professor X. I agree with Magneto. I feel like they are going to die. I don't think they're going to make
I
it.
feel like they always die. At least Professor Xavier
Professor
always
Xavier has
dies.
died a few times. Um,
Between him and the school getting blown up, I don't know which one happens more.
but I mean, even technically in the animated series, he well, not that he died. He went away and was gone for a while and
No,
came
he
back
was
and went
dead.
away
They brought
again.
him back. He do die all the time.
He does, but I definitely none of the newer characters. I don't believe any of them are going to die. So like none of the
Deadpool doesn't die.
Deadpool doesn't die.
Wolverine doesn't die.
Here's what I think. I think, and I'm just thinking about all the groups in my head. With the
Okay.
new Avengers, I think potentially Ghost and Red Guardian may die.
Ooh, if Red Guardian dies, that's gonna be a gut punch.
It will be. But I also
Protecting Yelena,
but
they
I
did
yeah,
warn you inside of Zombies.
I also think, yeah, just like in Zombies, I think that he would be the one to put his life on the
Mm.
line for Yelena to make sure that she got away.
Right now, I'm hurt. Right now, I thought about.
and
Don't do that to
and
Yelena.
and honestly, nothing against the actress that plays Ghost. I just don't see her having a place in the MCU going forward. And rather than just letting her leave and be gone, I think that would be a better way to sort of, because she started out as a quote unquote antagonist, as a bad guy in Ant-Man and the Wasp. And we didn't see her again until Thunderbolts. And it was just because she got sent on a mission by Val. How did she get in contact with Val? How did Val get in contact with her? She was on the run with Bill Foster the last time we saw her. So when did she get into the mercenary game? Right. So we don't really know too much about
Bill
her.
Foster might be dead. We don't know what
We
happened
don't know
because
what happened with Bill Foster either.
she's temperamental.
But I feel like there's not a lot of emotional connection with Ghost to keep her around as a lasting character moving forward.
Does Echo come out of retirement?
No, we don't see Echo ever again. I don't believe we see Echo ever again.
Maybe we see her in Daredevil season 2 or 3.
She's gonna join up with Daredevil.
I hope not.
his,
I hope not.
I mean, he is fighting. He's going up against Kingpin.
I mean, they did have a crossover in her own show, so
Yeah,
I don't know if they did that to try to boost her ratings, but Daredevil didn't need it. Oh, what I'm saying is you may see her there, but not in this.
I
But
doubt it.
I'm trying to think about who's gonna be in this to die because I know you read that huge cast list, but
Yeah.
a bunch of it was X-Men. I don't think the Fantastic Four are
No,
gonna die.
Fantastic Four are not gonna
Clearly,
die.
yeah.
I
So
don't think that. I don't think that.
I think Wakandans will die. I don't think the Black Panther will die. Neither Ubaku or Talisha or
Letitia Wright.
Wright's character. Letitia
Um,
Wright's character.
I don't think
Will be
Okoye
Black
dies
Panther
either.
or Shuri. He may die. He may die protecting. Again, that's one of those.
Cause
She may die and get
she
recast later
yeah.
on.
Well, I don't think that she would need to be recast because I think if Okoye dies, then it's not like she's a character that is. And again, this is no knock on Okoye's story or Denai Guerrero who plays her, but I don't think Okoye has to be a lasting figure in the MCU. So if she does die, not to say that her death is going to be inconsequential, but if she does die in the long run, it would not hurt any of the other. It wouldn't hurt the Black Panther franchise.
It would not, but it would be impactful enough.
It would be
to
impactful. Yes.
Enough.
It would be impactful. It would be significant, but it's not like that because even in Black Panther Wakanda Forever, she was in it and she did help out a lot. But with her being kicked out of the Dora Milaje, I think that is what kind of gives the opening for her to
reverse though, because the queen died, and then again Shuri is she's not the queen anymore, but M'Baku's the king now because clearly he showed up for the battle and
you
probably won
bald-headed
because he
demon.
was gonna. Never mind. You just answered the question. Yeah, he's not probably gonna let her back in. But I'm saying, that should have been kind of. Because Shuri knew it wasn't her fault.
Yeah. But I mean, she wasn't in the right state of mind to be making any arguments against it.
I think she dies. If she dies, she dies. No, I think she dies, and I think
Okoye?
it's heavy on the Wakandans.
Yeah.
I think she dies protecting the princess.
Or protecting T'Challa. I didn't put Nakia on the list either. No. And I know, but he'll still be he'll still be young. He won't be like a full blown adult. I would say he'd probably be like 16 to 18 maybe.
Here's the thing. She's a warrior for the throne. I can
Right.
see that being the
Not
reason. But
anymore.
other than,
She,
but here's the thing: she has no loyalties to that king. She's loyal to the king, but he's not the. He's a king in a different. You. Oh no, no, he's a king in our universe. He's just aged up.
he will
Yeah,
be the king. We don't know if
I can
that
see
whole
her.
transition has happened, but she's not Dora Milaje, so she's not the king's protector. She's not the royal guard. She became one of the
Come
what? The
on,
Midnight Angels?
come on,
Oh,
come on, Spider. You go tell me that's T'Challa
I'm
Junior.
this is what I'm saying. I'm not saying that she won't fight for him. I'm not saying that she won't defend him. But what you're saying is that
She'll die for him.
you saying that she's loyal to the throne means that she's coming back if M'Baku's still the king. She won't be coming back because T'Challa's king. She's coming back to defend T'Challa because he's T'Challa's son. That's all I'm saying.
Yes,
It's not her
yes. So
motivation
we're
is
saying the
not
same thing.
yeah, her motivation
We're
is
saying the
not
same thing. I
because
may
of the
have said it.
throne. Her
I
motivation
may
is
have
to
said it
that
differently.
family. Yeah. That's who she's
Yes,
loyal to. She's loyal to that
and
family.
that's how she's going to die.
Yes. I agree. What do we
I don't
think
want to see.
about because I don't think
What about anybody in Shang-Chi's group? Because he's there. I don't
Shang-Chi will
think
be
he
there.
dies.
I don't think that we
I don't think
might
he
get
loses
a
Katie.
no, I think we might get a cameo from Katie. I don't think we get a lot of Katie. Katie goes off to be somewhere else. I don't know. But Katie, I don't think
Just on
Katie
the phone.
dies. Yeah, just on the phone or something. But Katie doesn't die. Shang-Chi doesn't die.
Oh,
If they do pull Jimmy Woo into this and like he was in Marvel Zombies, Jimmy Woo might die. I
I don't
feel
think
like
Jimmy dies.
I feel like if Jimmy Woo gets brought into Doomsday or Secret Wars, I think he dies for shock value because he's such a
See,
beloved character, but he doesn't have a lot of length as to what he does. If the
see,
FBI is not getting involved, we don't see Jimmy Woo,
I
and the
think
FBI
not only
rarely gets
Jimmy Woo,
involved.
I think not only Jimmy Woo wins and lives, I think he uses magic to save his life.
you
Close
think
up magic.
you think some close-up magic is going to stand up against Doctor Doom's magic?
I think he's going to flick a card out of nowhere and punch somebody in the face.
That's what you got
And
Gambit
it's
for.
going to be his moment. Well, Gambit's going to make a name for himself. But no, he's this is like a business card. And he's just going to come out. Same one he flicks now. He's going to be, look at this. Wow. And you know how Elise, what's his name for God dang it, Ant Man, the Luis.
Oh
How
yeah,
Luis do the one hitter quitter, how he
yeah.
knocks guys out. That's gonna be Jimmy. So they're gonna go down in those one hitter clubs. This is all pure speculation, but
Yes,
watch it. When if it happens, you guys will know. Hey, that guy was on to something. Jimmy lives. I think Jimmy lives. Now,
disagree, but
these names were not in there, but I didn't even hear if you said the lady that plays She-Hulk.
Tatiana Maslany.
Tatiana Bislani. I don't think she dies, but I think they want her to die. I think she gets severely hurt though.
Oh,
I
I
don't
don't know
think
if she
Hulk
shows up
dies. I don't know if Scar's in it, but I don't think Scar
because I
dies.
didn't include any of the Disney Plus Defenders or anything.
Hulk,
I don't know if
Red
they
Hulk
show
is
up
probably in there somewhere. I don't think he dies either.
because Red Hawk is in the raft or
Yes.
Ross is in the raft. Who else is in the
Well,
raft? Zemo.
first of all, timeout because
Mm-hmm.
Wong's been breaking people out of the raft. You know, you might
It
slide
was a
through
work
and
release
just
program.
listen, these goddamn sorcerers cannot be trusted. Shut down the three sanctums. That's all I'm saying. How much good has the sorcerers done? The only thing that happened is the ancient one stopped Caecilius from taking the dark dimension over to Earth. Everything
Well,
else these sorcerers did since the
did
ancient
the
one is
ancient one
gone
stop him,
has
or
been horrible.
did Doctor Strange stop Dormammu and and basically tortured him into not taking over.
He's heartless. He does not care. Oh, but the ancient one was putting up a fight. She's been
No,
battling the
she put up
dark
a fight,
dimension
but
for
she also
decades.
got her ass beat too.
Yeah, well, she can't do it all. She's only one. They're only one.
Also ancient.
Doctor Strange. I don't think she dies. I think she makes it to the new universe.
The ancient one?
I think a part of yes. I
The
think a
ancient one's
part of the
already
soft
dead. What do
reboot.
you mean? You think we're going to get another ancient one coming
I
back?
think we're gonna get another ancient one.
I doubt it. I disagree with that.
You don't think that you'll have another ancient
No,
one
nope.
to
No
set the
reason to.
goddamn sorcerers?
No. If anything, they
There's
just
gonna be a whole
keep
strange
Doctor
academy.
Strange. Yeah, they're going to be a Strange Academy, and Doctor Strange is going to be in charge of it. There's no reason to bring back an ancient one.
Need some flashbacks from the ancient one.
He didn't even spend enough time with her to have flashbacks.
That's why she needs to talk to him from the astral plane. Listen, it's Doctor Strange. There's all kind of planes and dimensions. I can't see them not bringing back the ancient one for words of wisdom. They brought her back for Endgame. Nobody saw that coming. It's like, oh, we're gonna go get the time stone from Doctor Strange, and that's the ancient one. Oh, she was fighting aliens too. What a nice cameo. So I wouldn't be surprised. And plus, Taylor Swift needs a check.
Power
Go
poem.
ahead, get Taylor.
Power poem Bruce right out of Hulk.
Oh man, that was so cool. Picture. Oh, you ain't see that coming, did you?
That's when
No, you
that's
did not.
how somebody really hit you in the soul.
Right?
Hit you
You
so
just
hard, knock
thinking
your
that
soul
you
out your
about to
body.
come in. Yeah, it's just like I wasn't asking. Let's try this again.
Right.
I'll put you in your place.
No,
All right, so
I
who's
don't think she comes
left
back.
on the list?
I mean, there's a lot of people left on the list. You're talking about as far as confirmed. We've already talked about the Fantastic Four is not dying. We went through the
They're not
Thunderbolts.
gonna die.
We talked about Shang-Chi. We
Yeah.
talked about all of the X-Men.
Bucky lives.
Bucky's gonna live, of course. Yelena's gonna live. Sentry's gonna live.
Falcon is gonna. Wait, is Falcon going to live? Because he damn near died in Brave New World. Damn near died. On your left, my guy.
Right.
So he might get the Rhodey treatment. He might get really, really hurt.
It's that one's hard to say, really, because I feel like he hasn't gotten a big enough chance to actually be like impactful.
He's confirmed.
Yeah, he's
Yes.
confirmed to be in the movie, sure. But has he been around long enough for us to care about him? Because this is the question that you've had this whole time since we knew that Doomsday was coming out and we know that there was going to be a lot of people in it. Who do we care enough about that if they were to die, that it would be
Odin's son.
impactful? And I don't know if Falcon has been around long enough. I know people like him. People like Dana Ramirez.
Hmm.
But do we like him enough to where his death would be consequential to us? I know it'd be consequential
He
to
can die
Sam.
in a group setting. Like it can
No,
blow up a ship and he could be on it.
I'm not saying that it has to be like, oh, this is spotlighted on him and we get to play out
Right.
his whole death scene. I just mean that
Right.
as far as, and I think that if it does happen as a group. It's a collective group of people that get hit all
Yeah,
at
like the
once and don't make
incursion.
it. Right.
He's a part of the incursion team.
So possibly, yeah, he might not make it.
He might not make it, Spider. He may die.
Because I also
He
don't
just
know.
so happens to be in a different place where Captain is.
I also
There's
don't
no way they
know.
don't break these up into factions.
Yeah, I mean, you have to. It's the same way that they did it in Endgame. You have to break this up into different groups because you can't have this whole ensemble cast on the screen all at once for the whole time. But I think that because in the comics, and depending on how they take the Captain America story moving forward, depending on what they do with Steve Rogers, I don't know. And like we said before, this is not looking into people's contracts and seeing who signed on for what or who agreed to what. In the comics, there are several issues with Sam Wilson and Steve Rogers both working as Captain America at the same time. cooperating with each other.
I would love to see them throw that shield at each other. Oh my,
Can you imagine the tag team work that the two
oh
of them
my
would do?
God. That would be so epic. He's
I
like,
do
"You've been
think
practicing,
I do think we get to see that. That will happen at some point.
Oh, if they don't do that, that is a missed
That is a big
opportunity.
missed opportunity.
They can even throw Bucky
All
in
three
there
of them
on Doom.
giving them the Tony Stark "I killed your mom" treatment.
Oh my God! In that damn, you think that damn scene when they attacked Tony the first time between him and Steve? That was a devastating scene. Just like, damn, they beating the brakes off of Iron Man.
Yeah,
Just take that and do it by 3 with the shield. Oh my God, cinematic.
but yeah. So yeah,
See
especially
popcorn right
so
now.
if we do end up losing Torres as Falcon, I would not be upset if moving forward with Captain America, they had at least one movie with Chris Evans and Anthony Mackie, both as co-Captain Americas as the lead. I think that would do numbers. I don't know who the villain would be of that, but I think that would do numbers.
Zemo, what are you talking about? They both know Zemo. Didn't he get another dance move?
Does Steve know Zemo? Steve's never interacted with Zemo. Oh, well, yeah, because of the Civil War. I mean, he knows of Zemo. They didn't really go toe-to-toe. Yeah. Yeah. Because Zemo's not dead.
No, he's at the raft talking with the leader and Sidewinder and whoever else is at the raft.
And Ross.
and, you know,
Zemo's teaching him
putting
his Madripoor dance moves.
They're putting together the
Illuminati
and the anti-Avengers.
The anti-Avengers.
Whatever they're gonna be called, names go around there. So still gonna be a super group.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so Torres might be gone. We might lose Torres. Yeah, I think as far as confirmed.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
We did say the X-Men were going to die, but I don't think Gambit dies. I think Gambit lives. I think
You think so?
the older X-Men dies. I think Nightcrawler dies.
Yeah.
I think, believe it or not, Storm dies, and we get a new Storm.
If we have Storm.
If we have Storm, he dies, and it's gonna be dreadful and impactful.
Yeah, because the only X-Men, the only X-Men that we have confirmed are Professor X, Magneto, Nightcrawler, Mystique, Cyclops, and Gambit. So if Gambit lives, the rest of them die.
God damn.
I mean, if you're saying the older cast, if we're talking 20th Century Fox, then that would be.
I'm not cheating,
I'm surprised.
But everybody enjoy Gambit on screen.
I'm surprised they're bringing Mystique back.
Bringing her back to kill her. But she has to play a significant role of some shape or form, right?
Why?
Maybe she's going to impersonate someone of importance to get information. Maybe they treat this like a Star Wars thing, like we got to get plans to stop Doom or the Doom bots from something. They might take it in that area. There's a formula to it. Clearly, Hulk came, passed the message. Thanos coming. Before we can even gather up, Thanos is here.
Right.
We're caught off guard. Now we're getting our ass kicked, but no, we're able to survive that. But now we're going to take the fight to him. It doesn't matter because Thanos is doing his own thing called collecting stones. He can transcend the galaxies at the goddamn flick of a rock. They're up against odds. But I think this is probably going to be more, hey, we got to do this first, and we got to do that. And then kind of like how Endgame was like, oh, we got to get the stones, right? So this is going to be like, oh, we got to do something. Because somebody's going to come and say, hey, Doom's coming. Whether it's Loki, whether it's... actually, it can't be nobody else but Loki or Doctor Strange.
But here's the thing. So we have these universes colliding some kind of way. Whether it's X-Men, Fantastic Four, Avengers, New Avengers, everybody's coming together at some point. there has to be a moment in time where they have to have some type of conversation to understand who everybody is and why they should be working together.
Yes.
And like we were talking about before, having Battle World introduced in Doomsday and then still having some
Hmm.
time to spend with Battle World before we
Hmm.
leave off on a cliffhanger and then have to wait until Secret Wars comes out.
Which is
Having
coming out that
next
next
year.
year.
Yeah. So having some type of heist or some type of, infiltration, Mission Impossible spy type shit plan. It's like,
Where all
because
this
you're thinking
lost
about,
moment.
we were talking about a 3 hour, 45-minute movie. So I'm trying to like
Yeah, it
parse
is.
it out of how we get the introduction to where we are right now. We bringing in characters that we already know and love. Somehow these universes clash together. We're bringing in characters from other movies, characters from other universes. They all coordinate, try to figure out why Doom is doing what he does, figure out how to infiltrate Latveria and get into his castle or steal whatever it is that he has power over or something. And then Doom gets the better of them and then, segments the world into the different battle world states. All that's got to happen in a 3 hour, 45-minute movie, if that's the way that things are going to go.
It
So
is a lot.
I,
Tall
I,
order to fill.
it is. It is. And just being able to execute that seems like a very tall order. But I do think that, as you said before, in all of that, we're going to get the team breaking up into factions and having to infiltrate Latveria or something of the like would be a good plot device to be have the people split up into different groups, right? So having them split up, having, a group or a couple groups get defeated, killed, that brings the rest
Mm.
of our heroes who are going to survive for the moment into despair. Also ultimately leads to get them getting beat and Doom taking over.
But here's the thing: some people are gonna die,
Right.
and then some of you. There's no way that Doom's. I'll say Secret Wars. There's no way. There's no Secret Wars intro scene of all of these Marvel characters coming back to attack Doom. So I don't think some are gonna stay dead. Like I
Yeah.
think Professor X is gonna stay dead. Magneto is gonna stay dead. And it's just a situation that I think what's happening is an incursion is happening, and you're looking at it from their perspective. They're going to die, and it's going to stay dead. But for as an active fighting heroes, some may die, and then we'll get the other versions from a different universe there for the fight potentially so we can learn who they are, or we'll have our iterations of those actors come back and fight at the end, or maybe even ultimately die at the end, right when you thought you won. Then you realize the incursion happened and you died anyway. It's like, God damn, just when they thought they won, everybody died,
Yeah.
and then now the living ones will avenge the ones that thought they won, but they clearly didn't because the incursion happened. So, because there's nowhere in the world you're not going to take the like I see that happening. Like just when you thought we won, the incursion happened, and so nobody wins. It's like
Right.
fuck. The incursions are the real issue because they want you to see Doom is trying to stop the incursions. So you thinking I'm the enemy, I'm not. The incursions are, but we still don't want to live under your reign. You're a tyrant, and that's where the philosophy of the story is going to take place. Because what is it not of a story? Just instead of just dumping all your action figures out and going, you got to have some meat and potato in the story. So
Right.
the incursions are the real problems. Just Doom is the issue because it's either his way or no way.
Mm-hmm.
And people want their freedoms. This is where Loki comes in. It's like we already had a tyrant that was hiding behind the scenes. You're a tyrant hiding in front of the scenes, saying, I'm the smartest man alive. Y'all need to be able to do what I say because I'm the only one that can stop these incursions or keep us safe from it. And then Loki's not trying to hear that because he's like, I already know that's not true because there was already another guy that had a different version of stopping this before you guys started it.
Hmm.
So Doom is going to die. Doom is going to die at the end of this or Secret Wars. Because again, the incursions are the villain. So I wouldn't be surprised if he died in this and came back in a different way at the end. We know that's not going to happen because we know Robert Downey Jr. signed on for two movies, not one. But it's going to be interesting to see how he dies, or who takes his place, because they're not introducing Doom to kill him off, just like they introduced Thanos. Thanos is still a character that they're going to use as different iterations of him. They said he may be in this. Josh Brolin is talking about he's more than welcome to come back as Thanos, whatever version they want, which is the rumored is King Thanos, who sits on the side of Doom, which would be interesting if they do that version where
We
Doom
very
rips
interesting.
Thanos' spine out his fucking body for talking shit.
That
Like, bitch,
that would
bitch, feel me?
definitely
And
be a great
solidify how,
example, yeah, to
oop,
solidify how threatening and menacing Doom is.
and it's comic precedent. So I don't be surprised when they do those comic panels. They want stuff in there.
Yeah,
So Thanos on the list. If he's in here, you might get the
yeah,
treatment.
yeah. I think if at
And
any point Thanos comes back, then yes, Thanos is gonna die.
Wakandans die, but I don't think it's Black Panther. It could be M'Baku
I
potentially,
mean, we thought
which
we thought he was dead when Namor got a hold
Nemo
of him.
punched the shit out of him.
Yeah,
God damn, Nemo punched the shit. The reason that I'm saying that is because if that happens, then I could see how T'Challa will be the king
yeah, that would definitely
immediately
make way
thereafter.
to for him to go right into taking over the throne.
It was his birthright.
Right.
It's his heritage. It's who would argue it? I mean, you can want to fight him, but goddamn, he a kid, dude. So I guess he would have to go through the tradition of royal combat.
And I mean, if he does, and we see him succeed, that to your point, as you said before, he has the heart shaped herb in his DNA. It's in his blood. It's not something that he has to take. That is just innately within him. So, who's going to stop him?
The tyrants. I don't know if Killmonger would come back and try to challenge again. Killmonger's coming back. I don't
I don't see
think he's
how.
gonna die at all. Well, he's in the ancestral plane, so or he can come from a different
Yeah,
universe.
different universe variant Killmonger, maybe. Yeah.
I want to see what kind of hairstyle he gonna bring to the goddamn MC. Mr. Costume be coming with that goddamn costume design spot. She be on top of it. Anyway, who's left? There's not many people left.
We've
Goddamn, it's
gone
almost
through.
like we won't have any movie
We've
because
gone through the all the
Thunderbolts
confirmed
gonna
cast.
live.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
But we don't know who new can be introduced. People that we don't even know about. Think about characters that we haven't seen before, and that'll be new coming
well,
into
you said
Doomsday.
Echo not gonna make it.
I'm talking new characters that we have not seen before.
Monica Rambeau lives, Captain Marvel lives, ultimately downgraded, but that's okay because Kamala Khan will be there to nurse her wounds.
Hmm.
Spider-Man lives. Oh yeah, because there's different Spider-Man in this.
Right.
Uh, the other
Well,
Spider-Man,
there could be
Toby,
different
may
Spider-Man
die.
in this. We don't know if they're because they're not confirmed. We don't know if they're going to be in this.
I think Toby's confirmed.
Is he?
Oh, then let me take that back.
I mean, he could be. I don't know. Like I said, I've been avoiding
If
all
if
Doomsday
he's
news
if
and
he's in
spoilers.
it, if he's in it, he dies. And now the reason I'm saying that because the goddamn just stabbed the man in the last goddamn.
But he didn't
So
die
all
though.
that is this foreshadowing. You go get stabbed again. You say, "Oh my back, it's it, my back."
What about Andrew though?
I really wish they put Andrew in this. And not only do I wish they put Andrew in this, I really wish they give Andrew another Spider-Man movie. I wish all these guys get another one
Here's
and
the
just
thing.
get let's. Send Toby
with the
off right, but I
way
think they're gonna kill him to do that.
I do think that they're going to kill Toby if Toby shows up. I don't think they'll kill Andrew if Andrew shows up. But I do want Andrew to get another movie. However,
Yes.
comma,
Uh-oh.
the
Uh-oh.
way that Sony has been treating their Spider-Man properties as of late, I shudder to think of what they would do to an Amazing Spider-Man 3.
Don't do
I
an
don't
Amazing
want Sony,
Spider-Man. Do
I don't want Sony to Sony it up. I would love for it to be a
put,
good movie.
put Morpheus in it, put Spider-Man in it, have him go at it.
No, I
And
don't want to see Jared Leto on anything. If you recast Morbius as somebody else, then maybe
yes, please recast Morpheus.
recast.
But I'm saying,
I mean, Vulture is
get,
already in the universe, I think. So
let's go ahead and correct that too. Get him out of there. I'm hoping that he went back like when Venom went back at the same time. I'm hoping that Oxygen
maybe
came
I
back
don't
too.
know.
It wouldn't be right to have a Sinister Six without Vulture being there. Clearly, Michael Keaton's Vulture broke the mold,
Oh, it was
right? I
so
mean,
good.
Michael Keaton killed that role, and not to have him as like a linchpin of the Sinister Six.
Yeah,
Come on, come on. You can have Kingpin in there if you want. But I don't. Not really.
I don't
We
because
need active
you
villains.
yeah you need. But the thing about it
Want to
is
put that
that
work in.
because Kingpin is an active villain, but of course Kingpin is always one that's behind the scenes sending out other people to do his dirty work. But
Mm-hmm.
the Wilson Fisk that we have in universe now, Vincent D'Onofrio, has no interactions on record with Spider-Man. He barely
He's aware of
vaguely
them.
mentioned him in Daredevil Born Again, but it's not like he is a like long-standing foe of Spider-Man like in the animated series and in comics. So
Oh,
I don't think that he will be a part of that. And I think that with Brand New Day, if we are going to start creating a Sinister Six, we got to get Peter on the wrong side of some of these other big villains. We already know that Scorpion technically exists, but he didn't have any interactions with
oh.
Matt Gargan. So how do
This is
we
what I need. I need the Sinister Six to form.
Mhm.
Peter get his ass whooped,
Right.
and then all of a sudden come across this black goo and get now the power to get their ass whipped, but at the same time start to see that this black goo is basically corrupting his mind. Please don't do the emo phase because there's no reason to rehash that. But at the same time, show how he's very different and he can understand. So now he has to shake the suit. Not only do you have the Sinister Six, it's actually the Sinister Seven now because it's Venom finds the Eddie Brock in this universe, or
Mm.
even the old Tom.
Oh,
Some,
you know who
and
would
then
be a good Eddie Brock in just as
Flash
far as
Thompson.
size is
Oh,
concerned? I think Alan Richson would be a good Eddie Brock.
from Preacher.
Reacher.
Yes, you goddamn Venom.
You see how big that dude is.
Huge Venom. That is menacing by itself. And look how small town
Right.
already.
Compared, could have the two of them stand like just imagine. So Peter gets a
Oh,
job at the
Venom.
Daily Bugle. He's a freelance photographer, and in comes this investigative reporter that is 3 times his size
Yeah, I
and
am Eddie
just
Brock.
basically bullying the shit out of him. And then Peter Parker ruins his life because he like rats him out for like fabricating his sources or some shit like that. Because Peter
Dude,
says Peter is an honest kid, and having the two of them
that
going at it,
that would be crazy.
that would be wild. But
But I'm saying, yeah, you had the Sinister Six with the Sinister Seven because now you have those guys.
yeah,
And plus, we're at a point now that, obviously in New Day, the Hulk's there and they're gonna have Punisher there.
hmm
If they did do that, I can see Hulk fighting Venom because God damn it, he
see,
needs to.
this is
But you
what
know what
I
has to
hate.
happen though.
Yeah,
Venom has to get on the Hulk, so you have that Venom Hulk crossover,
that's too much in
or
one
even
movie. If you're talking about a black suit Spidey, Sinister Six
Mr.
turning into
Spidey.
Sinister Seven with Venom,
Yep.
and then Hulk
With
and a
Venom.
Venom Hulk plus the Punisher, that's too much in one movie. That's too much
Not
going
only
on.
you get a Punisher, you get an Agent Venom as well.
No, nope,
From the tactical
nope.
Punisher,
That's not happening.
the goo
Not
remembers.
not in Brand New Day. All of that is not
It's a
happening in
brand
one
new
movie.
day, Spider.
All
It's
of
a
that is
brand new
not
day,
happening in one
and
movie.
you gotta get Scorpion with his tech suit.
Not
You gotta
happening.
have a Scorpion suit.
Mm-mm.
From the Tinkerer. The Tinkerer still exists.
Mm-hmm.
There's already a relationship.
There's too
I
much for
see
one
it. It's
movie.
all coming together.
You can't form the Sinister Six like having all of these villains having an origin story and coming together as a group in one movie and going up against Spider-Man. And the thing about it is, if we want to have Spider-Man get his ass beat by the Sinister Six or Sinister Seven or however many they're going to be, he has to be by himself. We have to stop putting Spider-Man into these movies where there are these other heroes that are always bailing him out. He needs to be.
Need that too, though.
No, we don't.
They're in the same city.
I know.
Where else is everybody else?
They're off doing their own shit. They all have their own villains to deal with.
Like the ferry situation. Yes, if Iron Man's in the city, yes, that's something that they were.
But he wasn't even in the city. He sent the remote suit. Well, no, he was in the suit that time. That time he was in the suit.
And there's other heroes in New York that could have came help. Where the fuck was Cloak and Dagger at? You know? Oh yeah, they're in New Orleans. I'm sorry. I take that back. I just wanted to say shout out New Orleans. Anyway, there's other heroes there's Luke Cage. No, he probably wouldn't have got there in time. I'm trying to think about heroes that
in New York, you typically have a lot of street level heroes. You have the Defenders, you have Spider-Man. Iron Man and the Avengers are not always hanging around New York. And in that situation, you don't really have anybody else in the city that can just hop to the middle of the river and help Spider-Man, pull the ferry back together. So yes, I do.
Technically, it was his fault. So.
No, I understand that it was his fault.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is that Peter has to be able to grow as a hero on his own. Yes, he has a number of mentor heroes to learn from. He has always had that in the comics because he's been off and on the Avengers, off and on the Young Avengers, off and off all these different teams, the Future Foundation with the Fantastic Four. He's worked with almost everybody at some point. But at the end of the day, Spider-Man, not that he wants to be a lone hero, but the things that he does them by himself. And he inspires others to be better. And we can't have Tom Holland as Peter Parker being an inspiration to other heroes or younger heroes if we don't have him learn things on his own and overcome adversity on his own.
When he was crumbled under the rubble and he called for help and he realized ain't nobody fucking coming.
Yeah.
So he kind of pushed it off himself.
And then the thing about it is that was a moment. Spider-Man, Peter Parker has always had moments like that in his entire life, in his career as being Spider-Man. But we need
crossover.
I'm saying it's a part of it, but that's just one thing. And the thing about it is it was completely what's the word I'm looking for? Invalidated in Far From Home because he thought that he needed the glasses to be like Tony Stark. So he didn't really learn to depend on himself until the end where he had to trust his Peter Tingle.
Yeah, it's still kind of fritzy though. It was still kind of saved his life, but still kind of fritzy. Got hit in the face with a banana.
He did get hit. He didn't trust his Peter Tingle then.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't until the end where he fully embraced it.
Believe in yourself. Either that or the banana really wasn't a threat. And sometimes your Peter Tingle think you need to get slapped in the face.
It does.
Keep you humble.
But I really feel like we need a Spider-Man movie where Spider-Man is the only hero in the movie. Spider-Man has a number of villains that he has to take on without the help of anyone else. And he comes out on top a good 80% of the time. But I
Yeah,
feel
they start
like
pulling his punches.
we need to go back to like what Toby and Andrew did. They had Spider-Man movies where it was just Spider-Man in the movie, and they had to use their wits and their ingenuity and their own resources to be able to figure out the situation and be able to save the day.
You'll get that in Spider-Man 6,
Why can't we get
7.
it in Spider-Man 4?
Huh? Because
Why
the Hulk and
why do we
Punisher's in
need
this
the
one.
Hulk? Why do we need the Hulk in the Spider-Man movie?
So you can see him whip the face of Hulk, and Hulk can
Why
look at it like,
why are they fighting?
if you don't get this shit off me.
Why are they fighting?
It's Hulk
It makes
smash. What
no
do you mean?
sense. But
Hulk
we have
smash.
Smart Hulk. Smart Hulk hated Smash It. He went back to 2012 and saw himself and thought he was an embarrassment.
So it's like, wow, dude.
He's like, I really did that. Ugh. Like Smash. Rah.
That was so
He's not that guy anymore. He's not that guy.
they're gonna have to break Hulk out of this nerfing. They done nerfed him down too much, and people can't wait to
And
see him bust out of
why is
that
he in New
shell.
York? Where is his son? Weren't they
Hopefully,
like
getting a
going to
haircut.
space to like figure
Like,
out where they like his mom is or
I
something?
hope he's getting a haircut because that haircut that he had was horrible. Oh my God, bro, God, your hairline start way back here.
That's all the
Like,
rage
what are
on
you
his
doing
car.
that for? Oh,
That's that's a car high fashion.
hey, you think Stan Lee cut his hair?
Probably.
That's a
Would make a lot of
reptile
sense.
right there.
That
That
would
would
make a
make
lot
a
of sense.
lot of sense. Oh my God. He
Do we see
died.
Do we see Scar
Yeah,
in
goddamn,
Doomsday?
he need to die. I hope not. He's gonna have to show up somewhere. All these kids gotta show up somewhere.
Yeah,
If not, why'd you introduce him?
right.
It don't make no sense to introduce. And you know, Marvel, they'll bring a storyline back after 15 years and be like, "Hey, this is that Hulk story that
Like
you wanted that you never asked for."
remember this guy that you found out about in 2022? He's
Nope.
back.
Yeah, yeah. He was a threat. He was behind the scenes scheming this whole time. Like what? Get the hell out of here with that one. I don't know, man. I don't know why they don't keep it consistent.
Yeah.
This whole multiverse section was just I'm glad they got the Russos to come and tie up these loose ends. It seemed like that's the strategy. Make a bunch of movies, and then at the end of your saga or your phase, what loose ends do we have to tie up? Yeah, let's just tie up those loose ends, and we'll make it sound like we had a plan the whole time.
I mean, if you can do it
Oh,
successfully, who's to say that you didn't?
Avatar made $1 billion thus far. There's no way Doomsday doesn't do the same.
I will agree with
It's
that.
too much of a stack cast, too much of characters that people care about. If you kill off the characters that they definitely care about, which again we didn't look at contracts, but we know that it's confirmed by Kevin Feige himself that it's going to be a soft reboot
Hmm.
after the Secret Wars. So you're going to be looking at, even though the focus is going to shift, kind of rightfully so, off the Avengers onto the X-Men, but I don't know where he's really going with those X-Men stories because there's so many and so plentiful to have.
Right.
If you don't have that crossover combination of stories afterwards, it's going to seem disjointed anyway. And people are going to show up for the Avengers. They may not show up for the X-Men to fight Apocalypse. The X-Men are proven. So unless they're going to do the same thing they just did, which is called RDJ back, and say, hey, you want to play Apocalypse? Like, yeah, yeah, I do.
I don't know. I
I
don't
don't
know.
know,
But
bro. I don't
I
know. We
feel
gonna
like
see.
one of the defining features of an X-Men universe is the prejudice that humans have against mutants. And I think in a world where that's not established and mutants are just okay to be walking around, it's like that's that eternal fight that the X-Men are always having. Like no matter
Of
how
course,
much good they do, no matter how many people they save, no matter how many times they save the world, there's always that
you
certain
never
group of
treated equal.
people who still think that mutants are, you know, beneath humanity and that they're an abomination on the world and all this other kind of stuff. And if you're bringing mutants into our universe, maybe that changes how that's perceived. But so
You
what
mean
what am I
there's
what I'm saying
nowhere in the
is,
world that's not the mutant registration that coming very soon.
I think that with the incursions, if after
Huh?
everything is all said and done, we now have mutants as a new species in the
Yes.
616 universe, yes, there'll
Yes.
definitely be a mutant registration thing. Yes, there'll definitely be an uprising of people who are like the friends of humanity and want to
Yes.
riot against mutants and stuff like that, because it's the
That's
same thing
already
as
the.
like with the flag smashers. When people came back from the blip, you have the
Uh-huh.
subset of people that were already here, and now this new subset of people who are now trying to coexist in the same place as you. And the people that were already
Uh-huh.
here don't like that, because you're coming in, you're taking all of the resources that we already had. We were fine before you got here. So now with an influx of mutants from another universe coming into this universe now, of course everybody
Uh-huh.
who's originally in the 616 will be like, what, fuck you. Why are you go back to where you
Uh-huh.
came from. And
They
so
can't.
I think that's the easiest way to kind of build that, you know, bias against mutants into an already established universe, where
Nice.
if you play the card of, oh, mutants have always been here since the beginning, like the thing that they did in Miss Marvel, that she's a mutant, you know,
Uh-huh.
you can't really have that prejudice retroactively added to your universe. I don't think that
This is true.
really flies the same way.
That's why I don't think 616 is gonna make it. I think
You think we're
you
gonna,
look at the
at the end of the day, we're gonna
616.
come out of this with an entirely new universe specifically for
I
the
think the
MCU?
616 dies. It stays alive in comic book form, but I
Yeah,
think the movie
the movies,
MCU
and I feel like it
takes on a
should.
whole
I feel
different.
like it should, because I think that we do need a clear distinction of what the movie universe is versus what the comic book universe is, what the TV show universes are, what the cartoon universes are. And and we talked about this before, but for Feige to come out and say, oh, this MCU is 616, where the canon timeline in the comic books was always 616, that made too much confusion.
Huge
And then
mistake.
even for Sony to be like, call out talking about Tom Holland, that kid from the Earth 19999,
Yep.
talking about Tom Holland Spider-Man, and it's like, okay, well, this movie is referring to this universe as this number, but your creative director, CFO, whatever Kevin Feige's like head of Marvel title is, he said that this is 616. So who's in the right here? So if at the end of all of this,
Oh,
616 is cut off and we start with a whole new universe designation, I am totally fine with that.
yeah, and they can make it whatever number they want to, but
Yeah.
we'll all be on the same page, and you can understand that when the incursions come again, because they will, maybe a little way later down the line, but it's a concept that everybody understands. The point is to get it for everybody to understand, so they can play with the concept at any given point in time they want. There's a lot of teaching that goes on, I noticed with Marvel. They try to get you to understand anchor beams, absolute points,
Mm-hmm.
and understand that if you lose an anchor beam or you try to change an absolute point,
You cause incursions.
you cause incursions, which is the death of a universe. Or if you're dream walking, that can cause an incursion. Or if you don't belong in that reality, that could cause an incursion, which we have Gamora in our reality from a different universe. We
Mm-hmm.
have Monica in a different reality
The
in
X-Men
that
universe.
universe.
We don't know where the hell
They
Cleo
have
came from.
we have Doctor Strange just jumping around the multiverse.
Mm-hmm.
That's causing probably
And then me
incursions
and
as
America
well,
Chavez isn't
destabilizing.
originally from my universe either.
I think she is the only one that has the power to transcend multiverses
And
without
not
causing
without causing
incursions.
incursions. Okay.
Right, that's something inside of her. So I think she's definitely going to get used in this as a teleportation
I mean,
device.
yeah, she's gonna be
To
she's gonna be the bus again.
this, It's your job, bro. This is what
This
you
is what you
got it.
do.
This is
You
what you
do it better
do.
than anybody else. We
Yeah,
can't call on
punch a
nobody else.
star right there, and let's go through the portal. So, I mean, because you got to get around some kind of ways,
Yeah.
and the only people that I know that can move through that, Miss Marvel can move through time with her bangle, but she doesn't even know how she did
Yeah, I'm
that.
about to say, does she even have power over that anymore?
Why she gave Carol a bangle, I don't know, because clearly they go together, and one was wielded to her. I mean, inherited by her
Because
grandmother, but
apparently two is too much for one person to wield by themselves, and Carol is the most powerful person that she knows.
this is why she about to get downgraded right now, walking around with that arrogance ain't good. Listen,
But I mean,
when Rogue touched that
who
neck,
else do you think that Kamala was going to give it to? Nick Fury?
Monica,
Monica's not
somebody,
here.
okay,
So you think she was going to hold it until
herself.
Monica got back? She
No,
can't.
she
She
could have just
can't
held.
control both of them. You saw what
Listen,
happened to what's her face? Ben Darin, whatever her name was.
oh, the one that ended up tearing a hole through
Yeah.
time space. Yeah, well, she didn't know Cameron.
Isn't he dead? Where is he?
Yes,
What is he doing?
yes, Cameron died.
Jesus.
What? Yes, I have a son. Dies. Okay, that's Miss Marvel in a nutshell. She lives, by the way. There's no way that they kill her.
No, she's not going anywhere. Kate Bishop, Riri Williams, any of the young new heroes that have just been
Riri's in
introduced.
this?
No, I'm not saying that she's in it,
Oh,
but I'm saying any new young superhero that have if they show up, they'll make it out on the other side.
Riri got her own things going on. She might want to get that little stuff looked at before she come outside, because that little Mephisto is taking over. I wouldn't be surprised if I saw in her new show, where she should have had a season two, that she was covered in venom goop.
Why do you want
I
everybody
don't
to be covered in venom? The
listen.
symbiote is not
You've
hitting
seen
everybody.
the symbiote. The symbiote gets around.
The
I don't know
symbiote does
if
get
you know.
around, but it doesn't need to get around the
He done hit
MCU.
everybody in comics down there. He done hit Rocket, Groot. He done hit people. I'm just saying.
We don't need that in the MCU. We don't need symbiote syphilis.
Ugh. Everything black. Ugh.
Exactly. But at the end of the day, we know that there are going to be some deaths. We don't know exactly who's going to die, but I think that we have a pretty good idea from, our list
Yeah,
combined of
yeah.
who
Professor X.
who are potentially
Come on.
have a
Might
high
die before
probability of not
he
making it
gonna
out.
die before the goddamn credits roll.
You think that's going to be
Opening
the
credits.
opening
I
scene?
think that
Is
the first thing you're gonna see is Professor X and Magneto dying,
and then
and
you get
then they're
the
gonna
Avengers
drop the
title card.
Avengers title. The X Mansion
You know
blowing
what?
up, Scott dying.
You know what?
That's
It's
that
a real
trailer for the
possibility.
first 15 minutes.
It's a real possibility.
It's time, old friend. Yeah, it's time. Then you just see the Phoenix go by. Because
But
something gotta happen.
let us know what you think about the Doomsday trailers that have just been dropped over the past month. There's going to be another one coming out very, very soon. And trust, we will be reviewing and reacting to that one as well. But let us know who you think will make it and who will not make it at the end of Doomsday and Secret Wars. Do you agree with the people that we had on our list? Do you think that we missed anyone? Or are you just 100% convinced that somebody that we said is going to die is absolutely going to live? Let us know in the comments. But
David Harbour's
remember,
gonna die.
who?
The Red Guardian. When you called that,
Yeah.
I was like, no other death will be so gut wrenching.
Yeah. And then we get a wonderful emotional performance out of Florence Pugh, which everybody loves. So
Can't watch. I can't watch. Right? Dude, do you realize if that happens in the theater, all of eyes, bring your tissue.
bring your tissue. It happened in
Some
Infinity War.
Avengers not gonna.
In Infinity War,
Some
when Peter
Avengers not
dusted
gonna
away,
make it.
people were boo-hooing. Mrs. Stark, I
There's
don't feel so good.
this is no way gonna be a dry eye in that house if
No,
Ray Guardian
it
dies.
is going to be heart wrenching. But remember, if you like this video, go ahead, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you can be notified when we have new episodes that come out. If you want the audio version of the podcast, just search for All Things Super on your favorite podcast streaming platform. And if you want to reach out to us on social media, just click the link in the description below.
Leave a comment. We'll read that thing. Sometimes we read them on the show. Sometimes we don't. It all depends on if you leave something worth reading.
We'll see, but you have to leave a
We'll
comment
see.
first for us to be able to
Yeah, that
evaluate
It's
and then
levels to this.
reciprocate. What's the recite? That's the word I was looking for.
There's a lot of R's in that phrase right there, and somebody's gonna have something to say about them.
Yeah.
Not me. Yeah,
We know words.
not me though.
Words are hard.
We words are hard, and sometimes we make them up.
Sometimes all words are made up words.
You got it. Really.
But we'll see. December
I love this
18th,
show.
2026, Avengers
Doomsday Clock.
Doomsday. We'll see what happens. But we have some other MCU projects coming up before we get to Doomsday. In the January, we have Wonder Man, and in June? April? No, not April. July. July 2026
Daredevil
is
season.
Spider-Man Brand New Day. I don't know when
That's true.
when Daredevil season 2 is coming out or if they've gotten a release date. I also don't know.
X-Men 97.
The second
Season
season
2.
scheduled to premiere on Disney Plus March 4th. So we got Wonder Man in January, Daredevil reportedly in March, X-Men 97.
This is what you said we're
season
gonna
2.
eat because
Yes.
we got Supergirl.
We have Supergirl. We have Lanterns, the TV show. We have Wonder Man. We have
Clayface.
Daredevil. Clayface at some point, I guess. X-Men 97 season 2 is set to release in sometime in the summer of 2026.
Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man drops this year too, season 2.
Does it?
Yes. Ish.
Fall. Yes.
Yes.
So sometime in the fall.
And guess what? On a total non-related topic,
Mhm.
there's a Rick and Morty somewhere in there.
Somewhere.
Just throwing that out there.
Somewhere.
In there.
But yeah,
I know.
between this year and next year, there is no shortage of superhero content. I feel like Avengers. Well, I feel like I don't know how Wonder Man is going to do. I'll say that right off the top. I would love for Wonder Man to be I'm being very realistic. I would love for Wonder Man to be great, but again, just as we were talking about before, having Marvel and Disney Plus drop the whole season all at once rather than weekly or even dropping them in batches, I feel like that is a sure sign of they don't have faith in the viewership remaining constant over the entire release of the season. So they just release it all out at once.
Stop doing that to ethnic shows. Stop doing that to
So I don't know what Wonder Man is going to do. Hope it does great. But I feel like there's going to be a lot of energy going into Daredevil season 2. There's going to be a lot of energy going into Spider-Man. And there's going to be a lot of energy going into X-Men 97 season 2. And I believe that by the end of the year, once we get to Avengers Doomsday, there's going to be some new life kind of breathe into the MCU. And the excitement for Doomsday, I think once the trailers start coming out, full trailers starting to get into the actual plot and premise of the movie, hoping that they don't do what they always do and give the entire movie away or allude to what's happening in the movie inside the trailers or come out with like 5 different trailers. And if you piece them all together, you figure out the movie. But
they've already done this, Spider. They showed Captain America. He wasn't even confirmed in the
Yeah.
movie. Why would you waste that? Why would you give that away?
Because I feel like if you're giving that away, then there's so much more that they're not giving away. That's at least what I'm hoping. That's what I'm holding on to. And it could be just me being optimistically naive. I don't know, but that's what I'm hoping. Hoping what happens.
You're right. you're right, and I want you to go know that you're right because it could be a lie.
Right.
Chris Evans could probably not even be in the movie. That could be a
Also true.
flashback.
It
Yeah,
really could
they
be.
they did not hire Natalie Portman to be inside those scenes. Those were old shots
Hmm.
that they used. They could do this. I'm just letting you guys know. You thinking getting excited. Clearly that's new footage though, but at the
Right.
same time,
But for all we know, that could be a
could have been a
flashback
flashback
from
or
or Peggy Carter.
alternate timeline
We could be looking at her story. So all I said
or a
is,
dream.
like I said, Steve Rogers will return in Avengers Doomsday, not Captain America. So it could just be Papa Steve Rogers taking care of his baby. It could we
Sugar
could
Daddy
be we
Rogers.
could be in a universe where Peggy took the super soldier serum instead of Steve. Well,
Uh,
no, because he would have still been skinny Steve. He wouldn't have been on a
uh,
motorcycle.
so
Nothing would have stopped
sure
him
he
from being
could.
skinny Steve. So we are
He would
in
have
a
died.
we
He
are in a
had so
post
much bad
serum.
asthma.
Yes, we are in a post serum Chris Steve Rogers universe somewhere. But we could be in a universe where we have Captain Carter. And so Steve's at home taking care of the baby while she's off being Captain Carter.
Or it's just a different Captain America from a different universe that
And he
Loki
has a
has to
kid.
go and snatch. I mean, Deadpool did hit a bunch of universes before he found the Wolverine that he
Right.
needed for his mission. This could be very much the same thing. We don't know,
Yeah.
but
Loki could be going across the multiverse bringing in heroes because those heroes aren't in
doing the
616,
Doing the Nick Fury
forming his
thing,
own
putting a
team.
team together.
Yeah.
Somebody got to fight Doom's team because I'm pretty sure with access to the multiverse, why wouldn't you build a team of badasses?
Right.
Even if it's the one that you don't that doesn't want to work with you, you just kill
Mm-hmm.
him off and go find one that does. I got the Thanos with the Infinity Stones. This one's loopy, but he listens to me, so that's all I really need. You know?
But we'll see. So all of that happening is happening in MCU. We talked about some of the things that are coming out with DCU, with Lanterns, with Supergirl, with
Lanterns,
Lobo,
Supergirl,
Clayface.
Lobo,
Man of Tomorrow is supposedly
Brainiac.
coming out next year, I believe. And then
27?
yeah, I believe so. James Gunn is like cranking these out.
Yeah, but he can't do too much without getting that Batman involved. You're gonna have to start bringing these heroes together.
Well, Batman and Robin, I think, is coming out within the next couple years as well.
You know what's funny that we say that, and it was the MCU that did like three movies before we did the team up. There
Mm,
was Thor one, there was Iron Man 1 and 2, there was Captain America 1. Then his team up came up with not even Winter Soldier. There was Civil War. So
mm-hmm.
that's his third movie that was a team up, uh, and that was a combination of something big. But at the same time, you're gonna have to start to bring these guys together, James.
Yeah.
Suicide Squad's gonna have to meet up with the other Suicide Squad or the Monster Squad or something
So
has to take
the
place.
Brave and the Bold, which is going to be the movie with Bruce Wayne and Damian Wayne, is rumored to be either a late 28 or early 29 release.
Figure out who's gonna play Batman first.
That's going to be the
Hmm.
announcement of the century. Once
And
James
who's
Gunn
gonna be
drops
Damian Wayne?
who's going to be Batman and who's going to be Damian, or who's going to be Bruce and who's going to be Damian. And I feel like you got to have a Nightwing in there.
Don't disagree. If it was anybody else besides James Gunn, I would say nah. But since he does ensemble movies,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I mean,
There's got to be
let's
at
just go
least
ahead and
at least
go
part
ahead
of
with
the Bat family,
put
right?
the family in it. Just put the family in it. Just you do ensemble movies.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's upset about the ensemble movies, and you don't do solo movies, and I can respect that. In fact, Supergirl is given to somebody else because they're doing the solo movies, but you
Right.
do ensemble movies. So put the Bat family in there. Let us love them because that's James Gunn's secret sauce. You're gonna fall in love with these characters, giving
Mm-hmm.
them compelling arcs and realistic stakes and relatable storylines. And then at the end of it, we'll have a new band of family to love underneath the umbrella of James Gunn. I would
Yeah.
like to see Terry McGinnis in there somewhere, though.
Oh God, I would love a Batman Beyond movie.
Somewhere, somewhere in there, even if it's just like he came from the future or something. And we,
Bring Michael Keaton back. Let him play old man Bruce Wayne.
Let him play old man Bruce Wayne. Oh my fucking God. And
That would
writes
be
itself.
amazing. I don't know who you would get to play Terry McGinnis, but definitely having Michael
It
Keaton in there would be amazing.
Charlemagne.
No, he's too short.
He is short.
We need somebody who's gonna look the part. Cause Bruce Wayne has always
who you
been an
thinking?
imposing. I mean, even though Michael Keaton is kind of short too. That's why I say I don't know. I don't know.
Not-
And depending
not- he's not
depending
Tom Cruise
on
short.
no. But depending on when, if that gets developed and when that comes out, who knows who's going to be, at the height of their
young-
career and be the young
Yeah.
hotness, or if it's just
I
some
mean-
unknown, we don't know. They could pluck somebody out of obscurity and make them a household name. We don't know.
This is true. They did it to Tom Holland.
So we'll see. But all of that is to say that there would be no shortage of superhero content and other action and compelling, hyperactive and totally bombastic stories, movies, TV shows that are going to be coming out within this year and the next year. So there will be no shortage of all things super. So you're absolutely going to see us more. You're going to see us hopefully more consistently, but just letting you all know that we are back. And we appreciate you being back with us. So thank you all for watching this video. We appreciate all the love, all the support. We'll see you in the next one. But just remember, until then, keep being super.
Mother Sam Jackson. That's how you do it now. PG. You quote him. It's a quote now. Mother Sam Jackson.